Every time. Hello and welcome to the D&G podcast. I'm your host Alex. I'm joined tonight by Tanya, Sammy, and Glenn. I'm going to get through this as quickly as possible because I won't shut the fuck up. Glenn, there you go. Now, the aim of this podcast is to talk about things that we are interested in and share our thoughts and anecdotes about subjects. For tonight's episode, we'll be discussing TV and tech.
Woo!
So, how is everyone? We'll start with that today because we forgot last time.
Fantastic.
I'm all right.
I mean, I spent my day binge watching the Mindy Project and drinking coffee, so I'm a little bit hyped.
Don't know what that is, but we'll roll with it.
What?
Our Mindy Conference is that comedy show with that woman.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's on
Oh, it was
Amazon
on.
Prime.
Was it that or 4?
Shall we
It's on Amazon Prime.
just throw that in the second half of the show and just change it from Netflix shows to just random shit that we watch on the internet?
Yes.
See, that
Okay,
sounds
so-
fantastic.
We're good at scripts.
Yeah, we're great
Really
at scripts.
fun.
We're gonna
You never
tweak it. I'm gonna
did.
turn my camera off on Discord so that way you can't see me moving my hands around so much because it feels really strange the fact you can see me moving my
What are
hands
you
around all the time.
hiding?
Something
Guys,
shiny.
Oh, shiny.
Secretly doing something.
Shut up, Tanya. So straight away, like it, OnlyFans gets highlighted at the top of it. Okay, so yeah, technology we're going to talk about first. We're going to start with the saga that is OnlyFans and the hilarity that has been.
I don't really understand
quick
what happened,
question,
but I
though.
am curious.
But
Okay.
how does OnlyFans come under technology?
Well,
Because-
the internet is technology, and OnlyFans is a new way of making money on the internet. Well, I say new way of making money on the internet. It's a way of making money on the internet, therefore it comes under technology.
Well, they're trying to say that they are more than one thing that no one really believes.
So
Which,
More than one thing.
I'm going to talk about it as plainly as possible because, you know, it's Twitch and YouTube and no one really gives a crap. So OnlyFans is mainly known for its lewd and pornographic material, which most people
Yeah.
that have an OnlyFans, that is what they post on there. You've got a few chefs, a few like creators, things like people that create other things. But the content creators that they are most known for are in fact the pornographic side of things. So was it? Yeah, it was last week. OnlyFans, of course, sent out emails to everyone going, by the way,
we're doing the Tumblr.
yeah, we're changing our privacy we're changing our policy because of our
It was the
payments
credit
and-
card companies,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Basically it's the companies that pay out for people and pay for the company and things like that. They didn't want to be associated with such things, and this has caused a lot of OnlyFans content creators quite a bit of grief because they were only given till October the 1st, which is less than 2 months away, to find a new platform, set themselves up, and of course get their viewer base over from OnlyFans to one of the other sites.
Of
So
course,
what-
the internet found it hilarious.
The internet blew up in the typical way internet does. I've been watching this on Twitter all week. I've been seeing the bombarding going on the OnlyFans Twitter, and it
Yeah.
has been spectacular. Now, I'm 100% behind the content creators on this because it was a dirty, underhanded thing to do. And
Yeah.
Tumblr gave everyone, I think it was 6 months. They were like, we're taking pornographic stuff off of Tumblr. Like, we're trying to make it more accessible to teenagers rather than it being this kind of stuff.
But then wasn't that just because Tumblr was actually taken over by a Christian company?
I hope so.
I think they were.
And that was why they decided we're going to make this a Christian place.
But
Like,
Tum-
not bringing religion into anything because, you know, we're all different here. But,
yeah.
you
Twice-
know,
Twice this week I've been on Tumblr with Glenn in the chat, and I think I've done it once with Harry as well. Harry may appear on the podcast at some point if he wants to. It'd be nice if he does.
Yay.
But I've also done it when Harry was here. Within
Fully
5
for research, of course.
like just purely to have a look, and for some reason I've lost my Twitch. I've lost Twitch on my computer. I was just having a little look, and within 4 posts there was something that could be construed as pornographic, and it kind of like people still get around this stuff. And one of the reasons that the payment team over at OnlyFans were having such a huge thing about was, and I quote this, it's too easy for people under the age of 18 to get onto the site and start posting stuff, content that is not suitable for people under the age of 18.
It is true though,
Yeah.
because there isn't like, I know to make an OnlyFans account, you have to go through like the whole, if I'm correct, you have to like show them like ID to prove you are who you are.
Okay, so
And I'm pretty sure that was a way to try and get around underage people.
the OnlyFans way of doing it, I know a few people that do use OnlyFans. They are set up on it. They are pretty good with it, and they like getting onto it was really difficult for them because
Yeah,
of the
you have to
fact
show them ID.
you have to show them
you have to
ID.
show them
You have to have Twitter, Instagram, all sorts of things, and it is absolutely like mental the amount of stuff you have to have for them.
Yeah.
And it is difficult. Like even people that are of the correct age to be posting on there, they're still having trouble with it for the pure reason of it's very well policed that as far as that goes. So now the monetary lot are coming in and going, oh well, we don't like that. No, you can't do that. And OnlyFans are now going, well, this is why we're doing it. So between Monday, last Monday, not Monday just gone, Monday before, and Monday just gone, they have now pulled a complete 180.
Yeah, because now they're saying we're no longer.
They're only doing porn.
That's it. No more chefs, no more creators, just pornography.
You can only do cooking shows if you're naked.
The naked chef
I'm actually
has a
going to
new
do a cooking
meaning.
show doing bacon, like naked.
Oh.
It's a danger
splashback.
competition.
Oh.
It's like the old Japanese programs of, what was it, Fear Factory or something?
Oh god,
Yeah.
That would be my fear, is cooking bacon while naked.
Yeah, that's what happens if you lose the challenge.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
just have
that'd be
to
so
cook, yeah.
funny to see, though.
I mean, that's why you
It'd
wear
be
an
terrible.
apron, so you don't have that issue.
True,
No, but that's no
true.
apron. Make it even
No apron.
No apron.
No,
So
you need an apron.
we're digressing far away from OnlyFans to Fear Factor. So
We're
basically,
keeping it porn related.
True.
That was the topic, right? Or have I just gotten distracted?
We went off OnlyFans and went on to pornography, and then went off
So now
on a tangent.
OnlyFans has
It's not really far.
decided to drop their plan to ban porn, but then now they're like.
I think the fact that the entire user base said, yeah, we're just going to find somewhere else or make our own.
Yeah, someone did.
Spooked them.
There was a celebrity. I can't remember.
All of
who
them
it
have.
was.
Like 90% of creators now have now gone, we're going to go use another site. We're going to go find other sites. We're going to use other sites. Because even though OnlyFans have now gone back on what they've said, people
They
now,
so clearly
they've
have
lost
that.
the trust.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
lost
exactly.
that
How
trust
would
they
you
had.
trust you're not going to like mess it up? Even when, you know.
OnlyFans turned around to the people that make them the most money because they take, I think it's 30% of whatever you make on OnlyFans.
Jesus.
They take 30% of that, or 25%, something like that. They went and they stabbed their main cash cow in the liver. They stabbed them from behind and they just went, oh, look at us, it's our monetary side of things. No. And several other sites have actually had this recently as well. I won't mention the main one because they are the kind that will probably come after me and break my kneecaps. But they...
You've already said too much.
I've said too much there. They like basically it's just coming down to OnlyFans being like, we want to change our image from being a pornographic site to being a very clean site, like Tumblr did. And
yeah, but Tumblr died, and with this one again, it'd be they need to just set up a new company instead because it is almost synonymous at this point.
Yeah, they should just have like a subsidiary company that deals with the other stuff.
And again, like there's been quite a few controversial things that have happened with OnlyFans, like how a lot of people were complaining that people who were already well off and rich, like celebrities, naming like Bella Thorne, like look how much she made. But then like people were moaning they're benefiting off of getting more money on this when they've already got money, when the main thing was people who were of a lower income were making OnlyFans to make money. So, you know, it's kind of just I feel like no matter what, everyone's going to have some sort of problem with
That sounds
OnlyFans.
like a new actor would complain that Hollywood celebrities are getting more money than they are for starring in a new film. It seems a bit odd.
Yeah, that was quite a childish thing going on at one point. To be honest, if you want to be on OnlyFans, you're on OnlyFans. It's one of those things. You can't be like, oh, look at me, I'm on OnlyFans, I'm making all this money, and then a celebrity goes on there, and then you can't have a go at them. You cannot have a go about that because they are doing exactly the same thing. Some of them post nudes and things like that, and some of them post like their daily life.
Yeah,
and
but
yeah, they make money off it.
It's the issues with the ones who clickbait. They say they're going to post stuff, and then they never do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's where the bigger issue is also coming from as well. Like, some people offer are like, oh yeah, I'm going to post some naked photos on here and stuff like that, and then they don't follow up with that promise, and then people are like, oh no, we want our money back because we didn't get what we were told we were getting.
That would be the weirdest complaint to trading standards and like false advertising claims.
That complaint has been made, and it was made. You know, Bella Thorne once again.
Oh, I love the internet.
Like, that was a big
amazing,
issue,
isn't it?
when people were like, oh, she said she was gonna, you know, post naked photos, but instead it's just photos of her in a bikini. Like, you know,
Scandalous.
say you're gonna offer it. Don't take that back and then be like, oh no, I'm gonna just give this instead. Like, you're basically just clickbaiting and conning people out of their money for something that you said you were gonna do.
But then that falls more on the person than on the site.
But
it's the same. It's the same as certain people on
Twitter. Depending on the action they take, though.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that did actually end in a strike against the person. Like, they get it's 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing, and it did lead to be a 3 strikes against said person, rather than it just being a slap on the wrist and going, oh well, you've got to be better next time. No, it was dealt with. But again, it's like on any website or anything at all where someone sort of says, oh well, you can have this, you can have that, and they don't deliver on it. Still the same thing. It's down to the individual person.
Was that all dealt with in-house and privately, or is there like a court transcription that I can look at and just laugh at?
I believe it was all done privately. If it had been in court transcription, I'd have the transcription up now and I'd be reading it.
I mean, you could probably find it somewhere. It's the internet. Everything has eventually leaked onto the internet.
That is very true.
I wouldn't be surprised if that transcript is out there for someone to see.
Yeah, true.
If you have it.
It would be an interesting read.
I'll see if I can find it, guys. But the main thing, like, this huge turnaround from OnlyFans has just what they've done is shot themselves in the foot even more. If they stood by their convictions and been like, no, we are doing this, it's happening, like, we'll try and sort something out so that people can still have a website to use.
It just shows that they've shot one foot, then the other one to even it out.
Yeah, they've done that. That's just basically what they've done, and it's hilarious just watching this all unfold because you can tell they are not handling this very well.
Nope.
It is to sit back with the popcorn and just enjoy the show.
Yeah, because this is just one of those things at the moment with everything blowing up on the internet. We can just sit back and be like, yeah, this is happening.
What a time to be alive.
Funny.
It's great, isn't it? That was the main funny thing I want to talk about with OnlyFans. It's just the turnaround and the fact that, unlike Tumblr, they did not stick to They did not stick to their guns, and it just made me laugh so much when I was reading the articles, and the amount of people that have been ripping into content creators of OnlyFans that have been going, oh well, now you're going to have to get a real job. It is a real job. It is, like, the people that I know, I won't name names because I've not spoken to them about it too much. But I'm talking about you, Glenn. What are you on about?
We all know.
Like, it is a full-time job for them. And it's not just you think what they've got to do every day, and they've got to keep. They're basically doing PR, content creating. They're also editing, sound mixing. Like, they are having to do so much work, and they've got to be their own accountants, everything.
The majority of people who got the backlash were mainly people who did, like, sexual content on there. And I will say this: sex work is still work, regardless of whether it is, you know, working in a stripping club or, you know, a porn star or whatever. Like, that is still work.
Yeah, there was some weird discussion with the official podcast when they had, who was it that was in the competition with Charlie to have the most sex toys world record, where they were talking about it.
God knows.
Belle Delphine, I think, wasn't it?
Most likely.
They had her on and just
not
okay.
go there with her.
Yeah, don't open that can of worms with Tanya.
Oh God, no.
Moving swiftly onwards. Living robots, apparently.
Do you reckon if we get popular enough, we should release our own gamer people bathwater?
Oh, she probably will. I mean, let's be honest.
Wait,
I mean, she did. We could do all of ours, so we could have like a cocktail, and then we could have our own.
Oh, like the single bath, and then have some blends.
Parfum or Tanya.
Oh my
no.
Scent of Alex.
No, Alex, your bathwater would just be
Glenn's musk.
hair dye.
It would be.
It would be hair dye, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would just be bright red.
With like a tinge of like red.
Yeah, it would be.
Or something. Oh, that's.
And it would smell of bananas because of my shampoo.
Banana.
Banana shampoo.
Yes, I love banana shampoo. It makes my hair smell nice. I use it on my beard as well.
Look, as long as you are shampooing twice, that's fine.
Lather, rinse, and repeat. Always repeat.
All the repeating.
Sure.
Make sure there are suds. If there's no suds, you're washing incorrect.
The more you know. So anyway, OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm gonna say we covered that.
Like that, we tried to move on, and then we're telling people how to wash after perusing it. I think.
Came back. Would you
release
like
your sins?
We were talking about subjects that we were going to add to this, and one subject I took away was like artificial eyeballs because they freaked me out. Would you like to talk about artificial eyeballs and why they freak me out so much?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Did you just watch that scene from the first Terminator film where he like plucks his eye out in the mirror and go, nope?
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Now I'm even more freaked out by them. Why, Glenn? Okay, so
good job.
Bionic eyes have always been a big thing in science fiction. Always. And one like we're heading towards that now. So in January 2021, surgeons applied the world's first artificial cornea into a bilaterally blind 78-year-old man. The patient could read and recognise family members after having the operation done. And the implant fuses naturally to human tissue without the recipient's body rejecting it.
That was basically just the lens, though, isn't it? Rather than
basically
robotic.
But it's getting further than that. People are creating. There's one company creating a pair of glasses that basically go to a chip that's implanted just behind your eye, and that gives you sight from the glasses that have a camera built in. So it's basically like a set of sunglasses that have a camera built in, and they're connected via, I'm guessing, Bluetooth.
So less bulky Google Glass.
You know,
like it would basically be like having your own pair of Edith glasses.
Do you know there's that?
Like,
do you know how there's that film where they can go into literally a body shop and then they just pick up items to fix, like to improve yourself? I can't remember what film it was.
Repo.
But, yeah.
I feel like this is low-key RimWorld at this point.
So you've got that company doing that.
Yeah.
And then we have the Dark Company. I can't remember this company's name. I had it written down, but I've forgotten it. They are fully making eyeballs that connect to a chip in your brain via Wi-Fi signal.
Oh, can you imagine like someone hacks it?
Bingo! Right there. That is what scares me. That is the exact thing. What if someone hacks it? Someone could hack your eyeball. I know it's supposed to be secure Wi-Fi, but oh, hello, cat.
Nothing's ever completely secure.
Oh my god, just imagine you're in the middle of sex and someone hacks your eyeball and they're literally seeing everything that you're seeing.
Hey, we've linked back to OnlyFans.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's reminded me of something, but I don't know if it's...
But
never mind.
But it's supposed to be secure
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wait, I'm curious now. What is it?
Come on, Glenn.
No, I'll bring it up again when we get to a different one.
Okay.
Because it just keeps linking in.
I'm gonna like drag this round so it comes back to that. Does it come under any of the other things that we've currently got written down on the list?
Yes, sort
of. Good. So yeah, so the idea of the secure Wi-Fi would be fine, but I know it can be hacked.
Mm-hmm.
And if it can be hacked, people can watch what you're doing, and it's not just the day-to-day activities. It's all of the it's your life, and that terrifies me. And yes, people.
I mean, that's getting into like 1984 Minority Report territory.
Yeah, it's a bit scary, and it freaks me out a little bit. It's why I didn't want to talk about it.
It wouldn't bother me so much if someone was to hack my eye. I mean, what are they going to do? Just sit there and watch me laze around doing nothing?
Oh, no,
I don't. It'd be like the memes of having your own personal FBI agent that looks through all the things you watch, and then just weeping over having to sit through like literal days of dancing cat videos and things.
I just realised, like, if anyone,
I may be kind of concerned if anyone looked through my eyeballs.
Well,
actually, no, my eyeballs are fine. It's my brain.
They could see all the weird books I read.
They could see Sammy at burlesque.
Oh God!
They'd be like, "What is she doing?"
Oh my God! Just
shake
her fall off a chair, like. Whoop.
I haven't fallen off the chair, so I am very proud about this.
All they would see from me is just endless hours of YouTube and editing. That would be it. Just endlessly.
That's not the worst thing in the world.
It's pretty good compared to what they could see if, you know.
I mean, they could just see me reading a bunch of yaoi, because that would be interesting.
Because you're a weeb.
Oh, goodness me.
Shut up.
Oh, goodness me.
So,
Nani?
so Cat just posted in chat, if people hacked my eyes, they would just see me watching animal videos a lot. Same, Cat, same.
I'm not gonna lie, they would also just see me. I mean, like, if they can see, does that mean they can also hear?
No, it's visual. It's visual.
Only if the bionic ears as well.
Yeah, if you have bionic ears, you're
screwed. Like, if you've gone full General Grievous, then they can start to like control you like a puppet.
Can you cry
they,
if you have an artificial eye?
Okay, so
because
could they control your eye?
I reckon they could. They could just turn.
Or like just turn you blind.
So if your tear ducts aren't damaged, you would still be able to cry.
Oh my God, they would just see me crying all the time.
just rocking in the corner crying. But yeah,
I could literally be sat there reading a sad ass book. And
they would be able to turn your eyes on and off. That'd be weird.
I don't like that.
Sorry, Cat's just posting fire over in chat.
Imagine they like start making you blink in Morse code or something. You're just swearing at everyone with your eyes.
The thing is, if I had bionic eyes, I would not want them to look like human eyes. I'd want them to look freaky as anything, so no one can make eye contact with me. Preferably,
you just look like the Terminator.
Just Terminator eyes all the time. But I could turn the light on and off just by thinking it.
Oh, like the gamers' RGB computers.
Yes,
just
yes.
Your eye.
I'll just cycle
You're a one-man light
show. Yeah, I'll be like my mouse and just cycle through many colours.
Watch, we're just going to see Alex start posting photos with like contact lenses in now with like some weird eye colours.
Do you know the worst thing? I was thinking of doing a TikTok earlier and I found one that made your eyes golden. I was like, oh, that looks sick. I might do that. And
there's going to be a bunch for Blue Eyes soon, aren't there, with the Dune film coming?
Yes. Cat, you are indeed an honorary Brit. Welcome to the club.
Well,
So that's one thing that freaks me out. And then we have, like, moving on, it segues quite nicely into the next topic, which is living robots, which I'm now trying to find on my list of things, because I have like 200 things on this list that I've just been throwing together. Right, yeah. Robots.
And half of these were things that none of us were really informed of before half an hour ago or so. Have.
If you'd viewed the Google Doc anytime during the week or the 2 weeks since the last one, you would have seen them, because no one added anything. But Sammy gave us like the second part of the show with her idea, and then I just kind of added to the first bit.
I contributed, damn it.
We had technology and TV, and I was like, I'll deal with technology, it's fine. And this is all weird stuff that's coming out. So the next thing, going from bionic eyeballs to living robots.
Freaking iBot thingy down. Yes. No
This.
The iRobot picture from Will Smith with Tesla.
Yeah, exactly. Will Smith understands how we're feeling right now.
Yes.
Would the living robot be like human? Like,
I did not murder him.
Oh, like that TV series, Humans. Like,
Google,
oh gosh, what they have feelings and stuff.
Or Westworld. Google the Tesla bot. I think it's the Tesla bot.
Alright, let's go Google it.
It does not look human. It looks creepy.
At least it's not like Boston Dynamics Spot or whatever it was called.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that would actually freak me out too much.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're on about.
So the living robots I'm talking about aren't quite the Tesla robot.
They look like someone in the fencing gear, and just
basically.
Right?
So it's the idea was it doesn't look quite human, and it can only lift, I think, 45 pounds.
Oh yeah, 45. Yeah.
So it
that's still enough to do damage if it went rogue and spooky.
It goes 5 miles an hour.
I have to ask, is it Elon or Elon Musk? Because I always hear it in several different ways.
Elon. I say Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah, I remember Sophia the robot. That thing was creepy as well. Elon Tusk, yeah. So he said that he wanted the robot designed in a way that it could not kill a human if it malfunctioned. And if you are having to put that out there, don't make the bloody product.
I like that though, right? I mean, it's just like, I've seen a Terminator movie, so I'm trying to be good about this, but here you go.
And then he's
like that weight limit on what it can pick up is enough to kill someone.
Yeah.
But I'm not being funny though. If he can make a robot like that, then literally the military can make robot and soldiers. Just saying, like
there are already deadlier things in them.
The Tesla bot isn't really so much a robot; it's more of a humanoid. See, to me, a robot is like the Asimo robot from Honda. What Tesla's making, that's more of a humanoid. That's a bit different.
Well, no, because a robot is a robotic human. Robotic humanoid is technically what
it's a kind of robot.
Yeah. So yeah, they are working their way towards proper droids. But that scares me.
Isn't it supposed to be a joke, right? I thought it's not happening, really.
I'm not sure. Because
it's hard to tell.
Apparently it's not a joke.
Elon.
Apparently,
Elon Musk, he says things are jokes, but they're not.
It can a lot of things like this
by next year. So
yeah, it's usually the concept idea. You get it with cars and stuff as well, where they have the wheels that turn sideways while also facing forwards.
The half steering wheels, things like that, because those cars never have half steering wheels.
They then hit production and it looks like a normal car.
See, we should not play around with technology like this, though. Oh gosh.
It does worry me. Yes, Wally has also showed us robots can't be trusted. Good call there, Cat. But the tiny robots I'm talking about, the living robots, these are tiny hybrid robots made using stem cells from frog embryos. And that can be used to swim around human bodies at specific areas requiring medicine or to gather microplastic in the ocean.
Yeah.
So these things are they're known as Xenobots.
Okay.
And they are a living programmable organism. And this is something that is currently being worked on. And
so this is
I don't like this.
Of
I really don't like this.
The grey goo apocalypse.
Yes, basically.
Sophia, wait, Sophia the robot? Google it.
It was a very worryingly human robot and freaked a lot of people out. It's a bit like Deus Ex, but without the limbs. So it's
it's one of those uncanny valley faces.
Yes,
where it has a smile that just drops instantly.
Or a big bag of notes. Exactly, Cat. Exactly.
It is one of those things that to quote.
Oh gosh.
To quote Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park, you were so excited to do it that you didn't think if you should. You just did it anyway. I'm kind of worried about the idea of robots being like becoming more human.
But they don't really work as well a lot of the time compared to weirder joints, just off the number of different types of range of movement for the human body. It doesn't seem to translate well when it's mechanical.
Look at Boston Dynamics. their work is amazing, and you know for a fact that if they really get that technology off the ground, then the military is going to be the first one in there, because they're going to want to switch troops to being robots, although they're more expensive than humans.
It's where it depends on if it's autonomous or if it's a person controlling it remotely.
That is true.
Is where the big distinction in Nightmare Scale comes in.
I just think that we've all seen so many things where robots take control or destroy everything, and I just don't get the stupidity behind it. It's like artificial intelligence. One day it will go too far.
It will, but like, we're all just about progressing, and I get everyone wants us to progress to the future where everything is, done by AI. But I don't feel like everyone's kind of thinking about the consequences that could possibly happen.
There was a company a while ago. What was the article? I can't remember the article. I read an article.
When we're going to move into the cottage in the middle of nowhere, away from technology,
they will find us there. So
not living underground.
I was reading an article quite a while ago, and it was about brain mapping. Now, I don't know if any of you know what brain mapping is, or brain mesh.
No.
The idea was, I don't know if anyone's actually working on it, but the idea was that a company was talking about coming up with an idea that when you died, they could basically do...
It's just basically uploading your consciousness thing.
Yes,
that's
a mesh of your brain.
Fallout.
It's in a lot of things. They could upload your consciousness to a computer, which in turn could be uploaded into a body. Imagine your consciousness inside the Tesla bot.
That's
I'd rather not.
That's not a good idea.
Exactly, that terrifies me.
Terrible idea.
It's one of the things that comes up as well with teleportation, because it's destroying all the matter and rebuilding it somewhere else, is whether or not the mind would go with it.
Yeah, technically you die and you're rebuilt, because all of your atoms are scattered across the universe, and then you're rebuilt.
That is, Ghost in the Shell.
Yes, that is Ghost in the Shell. Yeah.
You dying and you just being dead.
No, we don't care about that.
So 20th century. What are you on about?
Oh, I mean, look, you're dead. Like,
I mean, technically,
just get on with it.
Technically, now people they live on beyond death, because when you think about, ever since film became a thing, we watch actors that died 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're still watching them as they were, and as with the consciousness that they had at the time. So in a very weird way, you do kind of live forever nowadays with...
Are we all Dorian Gray?
Maybe. I think we are.
Oh, great.
I
don't want to live forever, though.
It's very strange, and it opens up a can of worms that's probably best not to go down on a podcast right now.
I mean, this whole podcast...
No.
We'll wait until we're all together, and then we'll go down this road of things. I feel like it's
something we should all go down when we're drunk, because some of the stuff we would say.
Oh yeah, 28th, let's do this. You get smashed.
So
it would just be like the weirdest drunk conversation ever.
Yeah, just like
at some point when we can all get together, we need to. I'll bring my microphone, and we'll set it up, and we will sit around the microphone and discuss these things while having a drink.
Gosh, I mean,
yes, it will just be like the one drunken podcast.
It'll be great.
Life and immortality.
We can go into conspiracy theories and robotics and bionic eyes and things.
We're going to start talking about conspiracy theories. There's only two I believe in.
Oh, we're not going into conspiracy theories now. We can cover them next time. We can cover them next time.
Yes.
Oh gosh, here we go. Future podcast right
there. Someone add it to the bottom of the Google document. Shall we move on from this before it gets even weirder? Because I've got so many things about this that are like bugging me right now.
For everyone.
No.
Yeah?
That's the one afterwards.
Oh wait, I forgot that one.
The next one is a really good and happy topic for a lot of people.
Bad.
So, VR. I won't mention the first word for a second, but VR. What do you think of when you hear VR?
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality, doing the thing on your face and just going.
So, has anyone ever used virtual reality?
No. I've always wanted
I haven't.
to.
Only some of the older ones that were, not great.
Okay,
yeah, so when you started,
I got to use a Quest 2 a while ago.
Oh. Hi, Tal.
Hi, Talon. I'd like to point out for everyone watching on YouTube, we are in fact streaming this at the moment, so I will be talking to chat, and so will Sammy, because I think she's watching it as well.
Yes,
so
I
we'll
am.
Be chatting forwards. Yeah, so I got to try the Quest 2 a while back. It was amazing. Honestly, just...
Because anytime I see, like, Ace Combat or Flight Simulator in VR, I'd go, I want to try this.
It's really good. It is fantastic. Also, any kind of fighting game where you're running around with a gun and like how you have to hold the controllers, you slip into that kind of... It's fun. It's great.
The thing about that, though...
Try that, because I'd be like, yay, whoa!
All I have to say is, me and a VR headset would not be a good mix. I'll literally run into a wall.
Well,
I feel
the thing that worries me about them is when the motion where it's looking is controlled by the game for cutscenes and things. There was someone playing, I think it was Mirror's Edge, because he was a lunatic, and so he like jumped and fell to his death and scared the crap out of himself. But then he got to like a cutscene bit and it started turning around, but where he hadn't moved his head, it just made him feel horrendously sick.
Yeah, so
like motion sickness.
Yeah, if you mess the tracking up, it does screw you over. So as far as like running and things in games, like running into walls, they did actually bring out this kind of like a treadmill. I think it's kind of like a treadmill.
Hexagonal ones or something, aren't they?
I think it's like super smooth, and you just like clip yourself in at the hip, and you can run in game.
Yeah.
Isn't that like in Ready Player One, right? The whole setup he has.
It's that kind of thing, but not.
This is what this subject is about, and that's what we're heading towards while we're chatting about this. This is that you just hit that perfectly to follow into the epidermal VR. So epidermal VR, the whole idea of this, it's a prototype device at the moment, and it's a bodysuit, and it plans to put touch into VR.
Oh
gosh,
been
that's things for this
weird.
for a while. Because I last heard about it years ago, where I think some of the first ones I can think of were where they put like speakers in suits for like shooting games. You could feel where you were being shot. But then there was a later one of a glove.
Yeah,
and it had like pressure pads that it would press into your hand, so you could touch a virtual cube and it would like press into your hand where it would have been.
Yes.
But it seems to have developed a lot more since then.
It has shot forward.
Worse to me each sentence that's going on.
Like, no.
So the idea of this, it came about. It's really shot through during COVID and with the lockdowns and everything.
Okay, I get that.
The idea behind this from Northwestern University. Yeah, I remember this time. Was the idea of a child touching a display, relaying the gesture to a family member located elsewhere, to helping people with amputations renew their sense of touch. So it's got a real noble kind of beginning, and then it suddenly goes to...
it's not going to be...
Can you imagine, though, it's the same thing as the eyes. If it gets hacked and you're like sitting on your sofa and you somehow get beaten up from someone halfway around the world.
It's not quite that in-depth yet. We're not quite that far. This design that they've got features 32 vibrating actuators on a thin 15cm by 15cm silicon polymer, which sticks onto the skin without tape or straps and is free of large batteries or wires. So basically, it uses near-field communication technology, which is kind of like NFC. It's NFC. So like when you pay for stuff on your phone, so I think the idea is you touch it to the headset and that picks it up and it will register, so you can put it on like your arm, your leg, your chest, whatever. And they're planning on making suits of it. So
OnlyFans have been alarmed by this development.
They are.
I think that's where my bruises come from when I wake up.
Wait, have we just lost... Oh no, Tanya is still here.
Yeah, she's just...
Tanya's now posting in chat apparently.
I mean,
you
like,
know you
that is
can
sold
just
already.
you
It's
can
like...
just talk, Tanya. It picks it up.
I know. I don't want to talk over anyone.
It's fine.
Everyone's
Just
having
talk.
their thing.
We're streaming.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the idea of that whatsoever. Like, it might sound very wholesome being able to feel the touch of someone else.
No, it's not
but,
wholesome.
Like,
it won't be used for a wholesome thing.
Yes,
exactly. I mean, Japan.
It's been done in a bunch of comedy things, hasn't it?
We're all thinking Pornhub here, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, like the girlfriend VR literally is a whole new thing.
Fans. This is another way for you to interact with your fans. Your fan can touch you in a way that you want.
Oh, could you imagine
that
on Twitch?
No.
Oh, could you imagine if I was playing something on Twitch and I'm like wearing this suit and people could like send bits and just like touch me randomly?
The funnier thing I'm thinking
is
if like you've accidentally swapped them up. So instead of like your stream coming up on like the TV downstairs, you end up with the wrong touchpad thing.
Oh, what do you mean? Like when I attach my computer to my Bluetooth?
Exactly. Imagine picking up someone else's message.
I'd like to point out I haven't done that. I did that once, and luckily it was just while talking to these guys on Discord. So basically, I like the idea of it, and the fact is NFC are not Wi-Fi based. NFC is difficult to hack. Like,
still happens.
It happens very rarely, and you have to be very, very close to be able to hack it. So you're a lot safer than you would be, say, having it over Bluetooth or wireless.
Unless they got into the, if they got into the device that it's done with, though, it wouldn't have to be close anymore.
Shit, I didn't think about that. No.
And then you just like run a program. No, I'm ruining everything.
I wanted Ready Player One.
I will turn your hopes and dreams to trash.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Harry's here in spirit.
Just destroying everything. Like,
no. It's what I do.
Genuinely, you've now made me worry about this. I was really looking forward to at some point getting a VR suit and being able to play a game with it. And now I'm just kind of like, oh no, I don't think I want that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, the sniper games that they're obsessed with putting testicle popping in? What would that feel?
Oh yeah, I mean like Sniper Elite. Just like...
yeah, or Mortal Kombat fatalities, where they're like ripping out your
fatality.
Brutality, yes. Imagine like playing Dead or Alive, you're just distracted like by the boobs like bouncing around. You're like, oh wait, ow.
But then again, that is like
actually that would be a really weird sensation for a man to be playing something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it'd be a very weird sensation for a woman.
Or getting kicked in the dick.
Man in a game like that.
Yeah,
you're just
like,
feeling that flop around, and you're just like, oh shit.
I really, really want. I really, really want VR Sniper Elite versus mode.
We are not having
Tanya being chased by an Enderman.
Look, they are petrifyingly horrible and evil.
Yeah, Tanya has a thing about them.
The texture pack that I use, but still.
Enderman? Who's Enderman?
He's
Minecraft.
The tall teleporting.
Oh, right, yeah, I don't
the Slenderman ripoff.
They're scary. Honestly, I will not walk outside.
Oh, ADD
in that game.
Cat. Yeah.
Oh.
What has Cat said?
Just like, okay, yeah.
Sorry, you just got me a little bit worked up there.
Oh my god. Look,
Lady Dimitrescu.
Fantasies to yourself, guys.
Mummy.
We are not here for this.
We're back on topic. The VR thing I was talking about, there was someone found a VR porn game, and I think he edited it to clip himself out of bounds, and kind of made his way around the scenery and like climbed a tree and looked in the window. So it was like a weird third person spying on himself thing, and acted like he was being cheated on, and just the hand movements that were synced up were the most Oscar-worthy performance I've ever seen.
No.
I mean, that's voyeurism, like on the high.
Yes. And he was like banging on the window, and just the despair in these hand gestures was a work of art.
That's terrifying.
That's hilarious.
Don't worry about
to
some
anyone,
of the stuff you guys read and
to
watch.
anyone who has just joined the podcast, I apologise. We are always like this.
It was OnlyFans earlier. This is possibly tamer than some of what.
Have you noticed all of this has gone through like very nefarious sexual acts? All of it, everything up until now.
You say it like it's about to stop.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, when we get to Netflix,
I mean, we have this series here mentioned. No, this one.
Yes. Oh, bathtubs.
I mean, exactly.
Everyone now knows what we're going to be talking about. It's fine. So yeah, tactile VR. That's a no then. I'm watching the argument going on in chat right now between Tanya and Kat.
Oh,
I love Kat. I love Kat.
But
she is
tactile
crossing the line
VR.
right now.
Tactile VR, if it is done properly and not used nefariously, would be amazing. But unfortunately,
It really
will
would
be.
be.
It will be misused.
That's the only way it will most likely be used for a while.
Definitely.
So, I want to move off that subject. I'm trying to keep the subjects moving along at like a decent speed.
Yes. Can I say what I said before now?
Yes, go on.
Internet for everyone.
There you go, internet for everyone. Okay, so
there are things on the internet nowadays.
I have a question.
Oh.
All of you.
Oh.
How much of the world's population is connected to the internet?
I assume not all, but I feel like
it's surprisingly small.
Is it?
What did you say, Tanya?
20%.
More than that.
I'll say about 45.
So we got 20%, 45%. Glenn, do you want to throw one in?
I would, but you said it, I think, yesterday or the day before, and I can't remember.
I did.
Is it kind of, what, is it more along the 50? So
it is.
I feel like I'm going to say like 58.
48%.
What's the closest?
It is under half.
Ow.
Sorry. This. The reasons for this include, say, places where you can't get the internet because it's outlawed, or you just can't get it because you're not sort of there technologically at this point.
Kind of war zones, poverty,
kind of things
but
like that.
So, how does a lot of China stack up with all their levels of censorship?
Don't know.
Different places in China, I guess.
I think. Okay, so the internet is allowed in China,
but it's only.
But it's heavily policed. So basically, Google are trying to solve the problem using helium balloons to beam the internet to inaccessible areas. I can't speak. So Facebook wanted to do this a while back.
A bunch of people have wanted to, but they run into issues with censorship and some countries not wanting it.
Facebook were going to use drones.
Oh, good old drones.
And
how
then
much
they realised
power would that be using?
A lot, which is why Google have now gone for helium balloons.
But even those super light solar-powered ones have a limit on what they can do.
Yeah, so the idea Google have now gone with, after going, the helium balloons might not work for long, they're going to launch their own network of shoebox-sized microsatellites into low Earth orbit.
It's not already an issue with a clutter of satellites.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's literally going to be Wally.
Yeah, but these are shoebox size. They're different, of course.
Yeah, but they're still there, and the speeds that these things have to move at.
So the idea is, you have a modem plugged into your computer, and the idea behind this is free internet. Free internet for everyone. So you have a modem that plugs into your computer, and like, your phone connects to it automatically via 5G or whatever. And as the satellites fly over, they wake up the modem.
Okay.
The satellites orbit the Earth 16 times a day and are already being used by organisations like the British Antarctic Survey to provide internet access to very extremes of our planet. So they are currently working in Antarctica.
Damn.
And it's working very well there. But it's on small scale.
So it kind of shows. that there is some promise of this actually working.
There's promise, but it's very, very, very small scale, rather than being 100%. Yeah, because if you think taking this technology where it is just focusing on the Antarctic or wherever they've got it, it's very the full power is currently being sent there. Once you spread that out global, it's gonna. It's like a Wi-Fi signal. If you have too many things connected to it, it slows down the Wi-Fi. It'll do the exact same thing. I reckon it's something to look forward to in the future.
Definitely in the future.
Just ready for when, like, entry to space becomes impossible because we've cluttered things so much. Like, there were issues with Starlink lately, weren't there? I think of it having a bunch of near misses.
So they want this up and running in 5 years.
That's not happening.
I think it would be 25 years. Before it is 100%.
Future is gonna have robots with weird touch VR with porn games and like internet for everyone.
When the day it happens, we'll have the Ace Combat 7 thing of orbits degrade or some attacks launch and it just shatters all satellites.
That too.
How many apocalypse scenarios have we described today?
I would like to say that global warming is in fact the wrong term to use. It's climate change.
I'm sorry.
Global warming isn't actually a thing. Climate change is. We're just getting extremes of
one of the places I think that gets colder, aren't we?
Tell me that during this summer while my fan has not been turned off for 5 minutes. My fan is currently blowing off behind me.
You know,
oh wow!
Oh God, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no!
Sammy, what have you done?
Oh, I have power. Why do you give me power? Sorry.
What?
Hold on, wait. She's been given power.
I made her a mod over on Twitch.
I pressed the button and just saw like,
because I didn't have your name on here.
You just kicked someone that you didn't mean to.
No. I just kind of pressed the button. And I just saw. I got all this information now and power. And I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like.
I'm very disappointed in you.
I am about to add you as a mod, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Cat feels left out.
Oh, Cat.
We love you.
We do love you.
I don't have Cat as
you
a
know
friend.
what? I think on the next podcast, like maybe we should
Cat
like
has
have
also been modded.
Guests,
there we go.
I feel like Cat needs to be in our next podcast, though.
Yeah.
One, she is a mod on our Discord, and she also has some Brightfall input.
I feel like this is just turning into like the mod of the Discord, like the admin area of Discord, just having their own.
Even though I'm not allowed to be in charge of
your admin of Special Corner, Sammy.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Also, did you notice that your color on Discord matches the color of your name on the podcast stream?
No, but I do now.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that is our token American.
Well, we need, we need someone to look at and go, what's going wrong with your country? Rather than looking at our own and going, oh, it's just
yeah, our one's a mess.
Well, there's only so much we can start moaning about our own country, then we have to go to someone else's.
Internet for everyone!
But I don't like, you know what? I don't care about, look, everything's a mess everywhere. Just, we just got
everything is awful.
Yeah, everything is awful.
Everything
so
depresses me to myself.
Oh my god.
So we're on to TV things and just the South Park.
Oh no, we have to talk about car batteries.
No. We still need to have this conversation about the quick charge car batteries, Alex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've just realised I'm in a podcast with people who don't give a shit about cars.
Yeah, I don't give a crap about a car.
Okay, so
basically, go vroom vroom and that's it, right?
Yeah, exactly, Sammy.
Keep up with this. Just try and keep up with what I'm about to describe. So you may or may not know, electric cars are now becoming the next big thing.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to save the planet.
Yes.
It's a big thing, and mainly ourselves.
Avalanche, damn it.
So electric cars are becoming more and more popular. Tesla, McLaren, even Ferrari have a hybrid car with an electric engine. One of the biggest problems, so when electric cars first came in, it took hours to charge a battery. We're talking like 11 or 12 hours to charge a battery.
And then for fairly limited range.
Yeah, you were talking 300 miles at most from one charge, and then you had to charge it again for 12 hours. That would not get you from where I live to the north of the country.
Okay.
We live in a small country, and if you cannot get from, say, Kent to Scotland in a day, that's a problem.
Hey, Kat, how are distances in America compared to where we are?
I think they must drive like the distance between Kent and Scotland just to go to the shops.
Yeah, that sounds about right, though, right?
Oh, no, they're not Australia.
Oh, Australia's worse. Y'all were at the size of Texas.
That is painful.
Texas.
Wow.
So car batteries all this time have been slowly getting better. It got down to the fact that you can now charge a car battery in 45 minutes.
Yay!
Which is still it's still not great when you think that a lot of people.
For what range?
Normally you can get about 350 miles out of a charge.
So it's still about the same. 500
at most if you drive like perfect.
Very carefully and don't get caught in traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's never happening here in this country.
A lot of cars have a brake system, so as you brake, it stores power from the engine and puts it back into the engine. You've also got engine on and off features, so
you're still losing some power doing it. But
yeah, you're going to lose some power, but not as much. And then you've got
what's if the hybrid cars though? Like
we'll get onto that in a minute.
Okay.
Because that's a lot simpler than what I'm trying to describe right now. So a fully electric car, it also has a way of recharging its own battery while you're driving along. So it will take any energy that hasn't been used and it will store it back into the battery and it will work that way. A new company.
Yeah. So is this the powered roads?
No. Hold on, I'll go back a tiny bit first. So 45 minutes to recharge your electric car or 5 minutes to fill your car with petrol. I know which I would do at the moment because I am horrible at staying anywhere. I would just fill up my car and drive off.
I hate the smell of petrol, so I don't know. I might rather do the charging.
I love the smell of petrol, but
I can't stand it.
I have a tendency. I'm always in a rush whenever I'm going somewhere. I have to be there when I have to be there, and that is it. I will rush to get there. So 5 minutes to fill up on fuel, and the cars, like my last car, I put £40 worth of fuel in that. That would last me 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that. Like £40, fill up my fuel for 3 weeks, done. So new company. I say a new company is Penn State University, as well as several other companies working with them. Are working on a battery that can charge in just 10 minutes.
Hell yeah!
So you can go and put your car on charge. You can go have a pee, have a drink. Kat has just said it takes 10 hours to get from one side of her state to the other. Triple that if you're in an electric car.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I mean, it takes like what, 7 to 8 hours to get from London to
like
Scotland.
11 or 12. Yeah, because think about the traffic and stuff. And
so
gosh.
When you think about that, that is
America, man.
Ridiculous. If you've got an electric car, you are screwed trying to get anywhere. So this company coming up with like a 10-minute car battery, it's fantastic. It's what we've needed for a long time. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because quick charge car batteries can be applied to other things. Phones.
Say clones.
Phones. How crap are phone batteries?
Only if you've caught up and gone onto a smartphone. The good old dumb phone relic I'm on still lasts a while.
So Glenn has a phone from when the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Yeah.
I have we went to Sam's weekend before last.
Yeah.
I had to charge my phone 3 times over 2 days. Glenn didn't charge his phone once. And didn't you you lose 1 bar or something?
Yeah, I think I'd forgotten to charge it as well. So when we got there, I had, I think, 2 bars of battery, and it lasted the weekend.
My phone.
Your phone's still alive.
Because he's got a phone that's older than most people.
I'm starting to think it's actually a lich and has a phylactery somewhere, the way it's hung on, the way it has.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, me and my sister were talking about phones the other day, and like, you remember when Blackberries used to be like a really big thing?
I used to have one of them. I used to feel so cool with
you know, and then like if your battery ran out, your phone would just be like, you know, here's my battery.
It's a paperweight.
Here's my battery.
Here's my battery.
And those were the days when you used to be able to take your battery out and put in a fresher battery or whatever. But nowadays you can't really do that with phones because they're all just tightly compacted in.
Yeah, nowadays you have to take it somewhere. They charge £60 to switch the battery. It's normally not the battery that's the problem. It's the charger port or the battery connector. And then they change the battery and then they go, oh, well, that didn't work, so we're going to have to try another one. They charge you double. You can tell I've had problems with phone batteries. So the idea of the quick charging car battery being shrunk down and used for phones is great because it will charge quick, it will keep the charge as well, because the idea of these batteries is that with the batteries in the car you will get 500 to 700 miles out of that battery. That is Kent to Scotland.
Nice.
That is good, and you'll have to stop to charge while you're in Scotland and then you can drive back.
So, that is assuming you'll find all these charging stations in enough places. It's the same thing with the internet for everyone.
Okay, so the charging stations are becoming mandatory at all service areas.
Heck yeah.
So a great one was someone drove from London to Devon, and it said this was 15 years ago when electric car, like Prius, I think it was a Prius actually, saying that they drove from London to Devon. And the one place that said it had a charging station did not have a charging station. So
I love that.
They were like,
yeah,
they got stuck. And I feel sorry when stuff like that happens. But nowadays it's becoming more like you get the fast chargers that just plug into your house.
You know what?
Or you get places around.
Technology freaks me out. I mean, I got really confused with the the contestless paying card thing. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait, you want me to tap? Where am I supposed to tap it? I feel like an old lady. Like, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Contactless is getting completely
out. And self-checkout as well. I was like, wait, you expect me to check out my own food?
Unexpected item in bagging area.
Oh, that freaking sound every time.
I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for my watch, because I got an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, I'd never be able to buy anything because half the time I forget my bank card at home. So I'm kind of glad that technology is moving in a way that contactless is becoming a bit more better.
Have you seen the rings you can get?
Rings?
You can get rings?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna be like green light ring.
So basically you connect the ring to your phone and then you can just like wave your hand over contactless.
I liked when the things with Oyster cards a while ago where people would take the chip out and like put it in like a toy magic wand or something and they just like
tap it, yeah.
That is a magnificent plan.
Like, it's near enough £400 for one that I've just found.
Oh no!
I don't know what you're looking at. Normally they're about £30.
No, the one I just found.
There's also someone had a chip put in their palm that had it on. So they could just wave their hand over like a Jedi.
That's just no.
But I actually read. I saw something recently. Actually, someone had a microchip in, or he injected a microchip into himself, and he can control his car with it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's got a Tesla.
Okay, Kat. Thanks for being here. Have fun on Minecraft.
Thank you for coming.
Dig straight down. It always ends in a fun way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they put like their Tesla chip in their hand, and they could like walk up. Like, yeah, that's weird,
and I was like,
man.
Oh my god! Like I didn't realize that's an actual thing. It's crazy how far we have progressed.
It's terrifying.
We're back to this kind of bionic control of things. Can we talk about the amazing incident of the guy in his hand and the wrong setting?
Hand setting? What?
Yes. Glenn, you can explain this.
Who, like, accidentally jerked himself off.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite that bad, but yes. His hand was carrying out a certain motion that he did not intend.
Was he on like BBC News or something?
It was on something like that, and yeah, it's a thing of beauty. I'm sorry for the guy that had to go through it, but oh god, what a story to be able to tell.
Was he like, oh, it had an adaptive memory thing, and he just sort of hit the button and it just started doing it, and he was like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, it's like having a macro on your mouse, but for your hand. And
what a brave man.
Yeah,
I mean that's got to be like damn embarrassing, but I mean,
I would laugh my ass off.
He could have reached.
It was going at some rate.
It's the
oh my god!
It was violent enough that he was like trying to grab hold of the right bit to switch it off,
and he couldn't.
I can imagine that could go wrong so quick.
Oh no, Sammy, shall I quickly explain a hybrid engine to you, Sammy, before we move on to TV?
Yes, right. Okay. Just yes.
So where you have an all-petrol engine that powers the car, does all of that, and an all-electric engine that powers the car, does that. A lot of hybrid engines have a petrol engine and an electric engine. So you have the petrol engine at the back, electric engine at the front, or vice versa. Use the petrol engine, burns fuel to power, create power for the electric engine and drive the front wheels. That's basically it. They both work in tandem to power the car.
I know that they're very quiet when they drive, because then I saw like they go. I saw one.
Yeah, they've had to add sound to make it less dangerous for pedestrians.
I love that.
So
I'm so sad they haven't given like choice of the sound, so you could have like the starfighters from Star Wars.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Actually, I think you can on certain cars.
I think that'd be great.
You can plug a USB in to put your own noises on there.
There you go. I'd rather get a hybrid car now.
So I know Tesla. You can have like your own. You can reprogram the horn for any sound you want, because mine would have to just be Nani.
Just the alert sound from Metal Gear or something.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So if anyone subscribes to my Twitch thing going on right now, that is what will scream into my ears.
Yes, actually, you have did I tell you had a follower like 13 minutes ago?
Did I?
Yes, Hosh003112 dash.
That doesn't sound like a bot at all.
No, it does not.
It didn't. Was it on chat?
Apparently it's his activity feed. Yeah, 13 minutes ago.
Not on my chat.
Oh.
Apparently, how come I can see it?
Oh, hello, if you're still there.
No, they're not here. Only Cat and Shannon WBU.
Hi.
I think they just left.
I don't know who that is.
They didn't want to be spotted.
Oh, Shannon. Oh, I know Shannon. Hi, Shannon. She's probably left, but okay.
Yeah, it's 3 people now, so I think it's literally just me and Tanya, and it could be someone else.
We may get some more. I think my friend Shannon's at work, so she's... Oh, there's a 4th person just popped.
Oh no, Tanya's not watching anymore, so yeah, Cat Cold and Shannon's still here.
Hi, Shannon.
It, you plum.
Wait, is this
apparently according to this, you ain't.
Shut up for a second, Samantha. Is this the Shannon I think it is watching at the moment? Hi. Right, so now we've done the quickest explanation of hybrid engines ever, which wasn't really an explanation. It's me going petrol power, electricity go vroom. And then I was talking about
a regular electric car being some kind of power plant somewhere, probably burning fuel.
Nuclear car, yay!
Oh, don't that was a thing in the 50s. I think they actually did build a car with a nuclear reactor in it. That's what
that got past the design stage.
Yeah. Wow. They actually created one. I think it was a Ford, to be honest.
I think it was in
Wait, was this when they were trying hydrogen batteries or something? Was that something else?
Maybe.
I can only half remember things, so I'm not really going to discuss it.
I genuinely don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just sort of like, I kind of understand it, and then I don't understand it.
I have no idea what anyone says ever.
Petrol make energy, car go broom.
But it doesn't go broom anymore. It goes.
It doesn't even make that.
It just goes silent.
The Rimac Concept 2 makes no noise whatsoever apart from the wheels on tarmac. So all you'll hear is as it comes towards you, and then nothing as it hits you.
Oh, it's like some kind of
Attack of the Killer Car.
Yeah, it's like the dive bombing Night Witches, where you just hear the canvas of the wing.
But you know, a supercar that goes over
coming at you. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Completely electric.
Silent car. There we go.
That is basically what the future holds for us. This is all like looking into the future and seeing things.
Just going, how can it kill us?
Yeah,
like that sounding kind of like was it a John Carpenter film, Maximum Overdrive or something? Where all electronic devices and machines turned evil for like a week. And then they kind of redid it in one of the Transformers films.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're on about. I cannot remember.
I just remember there's the scene that, if it was actually happening, would be truly horrific, but seeing it in a film, I just found hilarious, of a vending machine that just kept launching cans of drink at children at a baseball game. I was like, that would be a deadly projectile.
Yes.
Oh, that is a fantastic image.
I don't know. I'm genuinely just looking through my mod view on here. I'm wondering why it's not saying why anything's working. My sounds don't work anymore. What do we have in podcast ideas? Something just popped up in podcast ideas. Okay, so he's had to disappear for a second. But yeah, basically, engine go broom.
Engine go broom. What a lovely explanation.
You would not believe that I did mechanics for a very long time.
Well, I know nothing.
This is great. I can't remember anything that I once learned years and years ago. I think is that everything we had for tech?
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Oh no! It's not, because while Sammy's not here, I'm going to go over it again. Even though Glenn had to listen to me talk about it the other day, but I'm going to do it again because it's fucking hilarious. Xbox. So it's looking like Elder Scrolls 6 may not be going to PlayStation.
I thought it was just delayed.
It's
like one of those timed exclusives.
It's developing by the day. They've now gone back on what they were saying, and they're now going, we're not sure we are going to release it on here, whether we're going to release it on there, whether we're going to do whatever we want. So basically, a while ago, Xbox approached PlayStation, Nintendo, and Atari for some unknown reason, approaching Atari. And basically went, can we put the Xbox Game Pass on your consoles? The idea of this was that they could take exclusives from, say, PlayStation, Nintendo, or Atari. Again, why?
There's a lot of weird Atari stuff lately, like a rapper trying to claim that he bought them, and they went, no, you didn't.
Soldier Boy. We'll come back to that. Hopefully, Sammy will not be back by then, because I have this whole tirade over Soldier Boy. It's going to be great. So basically, Xbox approached all of these games companies and went, can we put Game Pass on your consoles, please, and get rid of any kind of console while there is? So, you know, people can just buy a console that they prefer and still play all of the games that they love. Big up Microsoft. It is not a bad idea. It's a fantastic idea. Right. Nintendo jumped on board. So games that are currently on Xbox Game Pass are disappearing from Nintendo Game Store because they're going onto the Game Pass. And they're probably going to announce that around December time or possibly November to get people excited for a Christmas release on Game Pass.
And Nintendo are kind of known for being very funny
stingy
about things.
Like, they're normally like, oh, I don't like this, but no, we're going to do it. And the fact they've jumped in on it, they were like, yeah, we're going to do it. So you will be able to play Xbox Series X games on the Switch. And a lot of people believe that they brought out the Switch OLED, the newest one.
The Switch Pro.
What was the Switch Pro? It was going to be the Switch Pro, and then it became the Switch LED, OLED. Yeah. A lot of people believe that they brought that out because of that. Yeah, they believe they've genuinely just brought that out for that.
Look, I just want one PlayStation game that I want to play on my Xbox because I do not want to buy a PlayStation just to play this game, and that is the Spider-Man game.
And you're not going to be able to do it because PlayStation went no. So
PlayStation fucking suck.
Like, you would have been able to play PlayStation and play Halo or Gears of War or whatever you wanted to play. Now they can't. You can't because PlayStation went, no, we're not going to do it. So Xbox have now started going, but now you've done this. You are about to lose out on all of the exclusives that you could have had access to. Elder Scrolls being one of them.
Why is it starting to sound like the
Fallout.
jealous X?
What it is Xbox.
The bitter jealous Xbox.
What it is Xbox are trying to push Sony into accepting it and like joining in, which I get. I get they want people to join that sort of freedom of gaming. So it was the same with crossplay. For ages, Sony they proper drug their heels on it. It was a year and a half between everyone else going, yeah, let's do crossplay, to Sony kind of going, oh, okay, we'll get on board. So it's just it swings and roundabouts a bit. Like, Xbox could be handling a lot better, but Sony could have got on board and moved forward with life rather than hanging on to sort of like stupid things of the past with gaming. Because it doesn't need to be like that at all.
It doesn't. They could literally come together and form something good, but that
would end up with like monopoly things coming into play and it being torn apart for lack of competition.
I mean, I'm just so sick of the whole PlayStation versus Xbox war.
Well, this is what Xbox is trying to stop.
Yeah, and that would have stopped it. But the fact that Sony didn't want to do that kind of just shows they're in it for the competition.
They're in it for the money. Sony still think they are top of the world, but they're not.
Any
because
PlayStation owner would say that.
Because of I'm Xbox, but
I know. I
love PlayStation.
Owner would.
I got an Xbox because it was cheaper than a PlayStation. But I love Xbox and I love PlayStation. I prefer PlayStation's title screens, like home, whatever you want to call it, dashboard. I prefer that. It just feels better to me than Xbox does. Xbox is very Windows, and I want something a little bit different. Yeah, I want something a little bit different. Sammy is apparently grilling burgers. Well done.
I want food.
So it's very. They could do with moving the times a little bit and updating their user software when it comes to Xbox, making it a bit more futuristic rather than sticking it where it is now.
But that's the thing. Microsoft's always going to be. I mean, they were the same with their phones, so it's no surprise.
I still have one of those. I still have the Nokia they brought out.
And when it's combined, I say, MSN and Skype, and they just basically eliminated.
Yeah, they killed MSN.
The better one.
I miss MSN. Okay. This is very sad for
me. My text tone is the message alert from MSN, and every time I hear it, I have that wave of nostalgia.
For me, it was the poking and the nudging.
The nudge thing that I think I had to disable because people would just not stop.
Like, you got to a point where people were nudging, and their PC would just go on full frontal meltdown. Like, fuck off.
This shows how long I've known Sam. Sam and I used to talk on MSN every day. And it's weird thinking it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was only like 10 years.
Is it something that there are people young enough that they would not have memories of it?
Yeah, it is. There are.
That is what?
If you think about it, the people that were like 5 at that point are now in their mid-teens.
No, they're still children. What are you talking
about? They're always children. Someone who's 21 is still a child.
Like the fact that there are people who were born in 2010,
No.
12,
No.
like turning 12 at some point next year is kind of just like really like.
I was about to say, I hope you're elaborating this of going like next year, because I was going to say your maths is a bit off.
No, that's what I was saying. Like next year, it's kind of I'm starting to get that whole thing of fuck. I'm actually old. I'm no longer young and trendy and hip and cool. I'm starting to feel like that scene of Steve Buscemi walking.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah.
Every single word you just used there proved that you were never any of those things.
I never was. I never fucking was.
It's like me going, oh, I was one of the cool kids. I wasn't. I had an afro and I wore like the baggy blue jeans and the off-brand trainers and always wore a hoodie.
Look, I was a mess. Bullied bitch, so you know, I was never cool.
Go away, Sammy. But she's still listening. My curly hair, thank you.
I hung around with multiple different cliques, so it wasn't that bad, I guess. So in some sort of way, I was kind of cool. But
I just picked up the rejects of life. I was like at that age. That's how I ended up with being friends with Sam. Ha! Got you back.
Oh, snap.
I'm joking. Wow.
Is she responding?
Her response is, hee, I'm cute reject though. Are you?
Oh,
I'll leave that to Glenn to answer.
Yeah, Glenn, how are you going to answer that?
He just pleads silence.
I plead the silence.
So, like, when MSN left, it was so strange, because I just remember I signed off MSN one day and never went back to it.
Yep.
And it actually broke my heart, like, seeing that it just went.
We all became that.
MySpace.
Xbox, see you tomorrow. Last seen online several 100 or 1,000 days ago. That's all of us now.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, don't. So, if I play an Xbox 360 game on my Xbox One, it goes to the Xbox 360 dashboard.
Yes.
And I can see all of my old friends, and it's like, this person's been offline for so-and-so 1,000 days. I'm like, no!
Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad.
It's you mourn people that are still alive. Like, it's like I'm
no longer like, there were so many random people I knew from MySpace. And
you know MySpace is still going, right?
No, but MySpace isn't the way MySpace used to be. Now, MySpace was the place to go for, like, it was mainly popular amongst the scene kids and the emo kids. Well, kind of more, I guess that was just kind of the kind of people I knew.
It was Bebo, and then you evolved into MySpace.
We've hit the really weird point. I want to say recently, it might have been a while ago, but there were some. Oh, it feels weird saying it like this, but younger people, little teenagers, where they were saying, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if you could have a section on your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever social media it is to play a song?" And it was,
everyone's just like,
"Oh, you sweet summer child."
Right, because you used to be able to do that on Bebo, and you could do that on MySpace. I mean, like, bloody hell, you can totally trying to log in. Vampire Freaks.
I'm totally trying to log into my MySpace account.
Oh, you know what really makes me sad? I don't even remember what my last status was on MSN.
Mine was back tomorrow.
You never came back.
I never came back. I was really popular on like MySpace and Bebo. I don't know why, but I was like really popular on them. I did a lot of like emo writing and stuff.
It's where I learned how to do HTML coding.
Same.
It's so sad.
I got the right email. I just have to like change my password and I can log into MySpace, I think.
Oh, here's where you get you have been inactive for so long, your account has been closed.
Oh, that'll break my heart.
No, they did. I'm pretty pretty sure they deactivated a lot of accounts. And then, because MySpace kind of just stopped being MySpace and it turned into something completely different.
MySpace turned back into what it was supposed to be, which was about music.
The music, yeah.
And it became more about bands than it was before, which was good. It was good because it gave people more of a...
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie, if it wasn't for MySpace, I would never have discovered Enter Shikari or Bring Me the Horizon. And that's back in like 2005. So I don't fucking remember. Not gonna lie. But
when someone says a year like that, I go, "Oh, that was like 2-3 years." No, that was more than 2-3 years ago.
Star Wars Episode 3 came out 16 years ago, 17 years ago.
Still in my head, I'm thinking I was only in high school about 2 years ago. No, bitch, you're wrong. You were in high school 11 years ago. What are you talking about?
2 years ago is just before COVID started.
Oh my god!
It was. Oh god, it was.
We do not mention that. We shall call that something.
The before times.
The before times.
Shit sandwich that's been 2020 and 2021 and probably 2022.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, I've just got an email from PlayStation being like, we couldn't do this. You can do this. Thank you very much. They've just emailed me being like, we couldn't process your payment. Not paid for anything. I don't have a PlayStation.
Are we going to be renaming this episode from TV and Tech to just Depression and Despair?
It should be, shouldn't it?
The way we've been going.
I'm waiting for Sammy to come back because the whole next thing.
The happy little ray of sunshine.
Hey.
Hey!
So, Netflix, right? Come on.
Hold on.
How did you do that?
Because I've been listening. And you guys are way off topic. Come on. Get your act together.
Waiting for you. We were just sitting here remembering things.
Okay.
Sad things.
Well, I want to talk about my favourite show.
Guys,
right now.
hold on. Going back to where we were. I'm back on MySpace.
Oh my god, no.
I've signed in.
No.
It's let me sign in. Oh my god. Oh, wow.
Okay, he sounds like he's having a very intimate
I have 16
moment.
friends.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what? I never had a MySpace page.
Sammy, it's Leanna.
Wait. Oh, what?
I've still got Leanna as a friend.
Proves how much I wasn't even cool enough to be on MySpace because I was like, nah, screw that.
Oh wow, half these people I didn't even remember still existed.
Nah.
Wow.
I used to hang out on like Gaia Online.
It was kind of people would either be one of the early adopters of social media or they were just on a community of like games or forums.
Yeah.
Hilariously, the only pictures I shared were memes.
Yay!
Oh, you were ahead of the times.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And my horse.
Meme is the way.
Are you linking
memes
this
of my
in
horse.
the description of this one?
No, none of you need to. But
I want to see now.
I must have been on it about 7 years ago because I renamed it to the P5 Troublesome Trio, which is my old...
Yeah, you know what? I need to stop writing in my old password. Like, I cannot remember my actual new one anymore.
Ow. That has really thrown me because like there's pictures of my horse on here. IR Dooncat, I controls the spice, I controls the universe. I've got a picture of my gerbil. Okay, I'm linking this to the Discord.
I'm honestly trying to remember what my old MySpace used to be called because I missed that thing.
I don't even know what's on here. Apparently I've got a portfolio. Oh, I haven't got a portfolio.
Oh my god.
Music.
You have an empty portfolio.
Oh wait, no! Why did I do an exit script? That fudge monkey. Wait,
it's the friends I've got on here. Like they're people I'd forgotten even existed. Wow, that makes me like feel really strange. Like reading all of this, I kind of feel like I'm looking at someone else's life rather than my own.
Oh, that's the worst kind of feeling.
It's weird. Okay, so yeah, I've managed to get back on MySpace. I've also saved my password so I can get back on it.
What's so sad is I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do that for me.
That's actually like proper made me happy that I'm back on. Like I've got back on MySpace. So MySpace is still alive, guys. Let's all go over there and start. Apparently, I can stream on MySpace. Let's start doing that. Oh,
Your
fantastic!
whopping 16 follower
Right.
count.
Yes.
I know, right?
Yes. What's happening?
Who is that? That is someone that I should recognize. Oh yeah, I recognize that person.
Oh.
Okay.
Page not found. Apparently, I cannot see it.
Don't know why. Yeah, it's not loading up
Oh.
half the stuff for it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a
sure,
lot
I'll
of
see.
stuff missing.
Oh, there's horses.
It looks like it's trying to be SoundCloud.
There's so many horsey stuff.
It's weird. Anyway, back to the stream because I just completely realised we were streaming.
Yes. See? Look, I try and get us on track, and you just like, you know what? Let's talk about MySpace.
Let's continue on with the second part of today, which is television.
Netflix and television and every online streaming service which is live right now with so much. From Disney Plus to Netflix to Amazon Prime. And there's probably even more I don't even know about.
Oh, I can't post. Hold on, I can't post.
You can't post?
It won't let me post on MySpace.
Oh, sad. Well,
Sucks.
anyway.
Yeah, continue. Yeah, film TV.
Since we're feeling nostalgic, I guess we should start with Stranger Things then, because you know we're going to time travel and using MySpace. So yeah, let's go.
So, how many of us were born in the 80s?
None.
None of us.
But we have
Okay.
parents who have roughly lived in that time, so you kind of live through them on knowing about 80s.
Well, it
So,
would have
I
had a lot of the cinema and TV still as we
exactly.
were small.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in 93.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't too far off that far.
Mm.
Why does this feel like we're going to end up going back to Don Bluth?
I mean, you brought it up, not me this time.
We are not going back down this line.
I mean, I guess anything he made does count as a Stranger Thing.
Yeah, who wrote Let's Move On?
Me, because we were too busy ramming on about some other random
We were
things.
talking about MySpace. So yeah, Stranger Things. What do we all think of Stranger Things? Have we all seen it?
I love Stranger Things. I'm actually excited for the new season.
Wait, we're not allowed to
When it
sing, right?
eventually
Because we
decides
get.
to drop.
Yeah, we're not allowed to sing, right? Because copyright and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can name the song at most, I think.
Yeah, we can name.
So I think anyone that's seen it will know already just off that.
The urge is there just to break into it.
Don't get us copyright struck already.
I know. I'm behaving. I'm behaving myself.
Hold on. Were you gonna start singing that song?
Yeah. It's that song.
Let's just say Never Ending.
When they're getting chased. Yeah, just in case like someone hasn't seen it and like a spoiler, so you know, because you never know. Because some people might have not
say
seen.
that, and then you're like, when they were getting chased.
Yeah, but you don't know what being they're chased by. They could be chased by clowns. Who knows?
True.
And there's a lot of chase scenes. So, haha.
Did everyone watch the? Well, I want to say behind the scenes. It was afterwards where they interviewed members of the cast, and I think the directors. Just the amount of stuff.
Like behind the scenes thing, isn't it? Like
yeah, but
table.
Either wasn't scripted or they threw into the script just to wind each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Exactly. It is fantastic.
Some of just the stuff they were doing on set to have fun, like when they had the prosthetic, like doll version of Will for the almost exorcism scene.
Yeah.
And one of the directors just recorded himself punching it and just sent it to everyone. They're like, "Did you just punch a child?" He's like, no, it's fake, don't worry.
It's like, I always wanted to punch a child, but this is the only way I can do it legally. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt. I genuinely, all of the stories I hear from that series are just mental.
Yeah.
I
mean, it looks fun.
During that song in question, just Hopper's face. I think Glenn mentioned this the other day about Hopper's face. I didn't realise that it's just because they hadn't told him what was going on.
Yeah, I think they could show like one brief reaction from him because he just started questioning what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And they went, yeah, we
Exactly.
probably shouldn't add this into the show. Like, he completely broke character and just asked dead into the camera.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's
Hold
just
on, I am dead ass like forgetting what scene we are talking about.
Never-ending story.
magic.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like I had said, I was just like, wait, what?
Ah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it again because I've genuinely missed that.
Honestly, like the next season isn't even coming out until next year. I
I
think.
thought it was this year.
Yeah.
But you notice how
I just-
Flynn like
pretty sure it said
what's his face?
2002.
What's his last name?
If it's
Flynn-
2002,
Yeah.
Tanya, you're a tiny bit off on
He's
your.
He's always getting signed up for like nostalgia teenage boys things. Like he was always in like in the 80s and his other programs and the Ghostbusters as well. He's a kid
2022.
back in the day, you know.
Yeah, he's in the next Ghostbusters thing, isn't it? Wait, didn't we talk
Yeah.
about this all in the last one? Or is it just
No,
different
we didn't.
conversation?
We didn't talk about it in the last one. We spoke about it
No.
after the last one.
Yeah, we just kind of like mumbled on about it, I guess. But yeah,
I'm
it's
feeling like I have time traveled now with that.
This is the thing. It's been
And none of us know what year it is anymore.
it's
we
been
don't
two.
know the year we're in.
It's been 2 weeks since
I
we
know
did the last one, and we're just kind of like this is the
It
only
comes back
problem
to
with like.
nostalgia for somehow. We were on nostalgia TV and tech time.
Well, we went straight on to Stranger Things, which you probably should have had for nostalgia last time.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
true.
nostalgia, the TV show.
I mean, we can go back even more and go into the time of The Witcher, and then you know
Wow,
the
that's
swords.
That's
That's
segue.
and
meant to
castle.
actually be
That segue.
future, though, isn't it?
Be proud of this.
Oh,
still.
please don't open that can of worms.
But they're
I
covering the
have
books.
power.
There are
Yeah.
bits that can hint at it.
Dun,
Oh wait,
dun,
no, it does have
dun.
past as well. Either way,
It
because
Yeah.
of
jumps
Siri.
everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, at the
Yeah.
moment, you got the Nightmare of the Wolves on Netflix, which is to do with like is it Vesemir?
Yes,
Yeah.
young Vesemir. I still have to watch that. It's on my
I
list.
need to watch it
Mm.
too, yes, but it looks really good, and I'm very curious about it. And I like how they've done an animated series with linking just to explain the Witcher universe a bit more for the Witcher series.
They're doing
which
a
will be coming
lot
out
now.
soon.
Not
Sort
yet
of.
watched that.
What, The Witcher?
Ooh.
No, I've
Wit-
watched The Witcher, but
Not the young
thing
Vesemir
that
thing.
they
No,
brought
we haven't.
out.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
watch it together or something. 'cause,
Yeah, we'll
you know,
we'll do a group watch at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good, and I'm curious about it. And the animation style is like my favorite little, like Dragon Prince. Just
Mm.
See,
freaking out.
Netflix are moving to doing a lot of that.
Yeah, they're
Taking
doing a
over
lot
to
of
anime.
anime
They
stuff,
did.
aren't
They've got
they?
Witcher. They did old Carbon. They had
The good
Pacific
old
Rim.
Wait, are
Dragon
they
Ball.
the ones
Oh, when
doing
you-
what's it called?
they also did 3
Last of
Godzilla
Us.
films. Yes, they're doing both a live action and an anime Last of Us.
Yeah,
They're
that's
real
good.
Western market is finally realizing how much money there is
Yeah,
in anime, and it's good.
Yep.
Like, I'm not the world's biggest anime fan. I watch Studio Ghibli films. I sometimes foray into other things occasionally. I don't have the mental capacity to like sit through 900 episodes of a TV show.
Yeah, or One Piece. Didn't that hit
Yeah.
the
Let's not talk
1,000?
about
Yeah, it
One
hit the
Piece.
1,000.
Probably years
No,
ago.
Bleach,
And
that
it
freaking
keeps
anime was
going.
everywhere,
And
and I couldn't stand it.
yeah, I just can't deal with it. I like series
Yeah.
that are short. I like
But there
Yeah.
are plenty of those in the medium as well.
yeah.
There
like,
is, and I watched a lot of short ones.
High School of the
mean-
Dead was one that I watched that they only ever did one
Ah,
season
High
of.
School Dead. Yeah, it was funny.
But they're still making season 2, and it's been 10 years.
Damn.
I mean, that's like Evangelion, which only just got the last, well, supposedly of the film rebuilds after what that was 20-something years, maybe
Yes.
more.
Yes,
Damn.
it's
I mean, the only thing Netflix needs to chill on to cancelling shows. really, because-
Netflix chill, man.
They cancel
Chill.
everything that I like.
I mean,
and
what
it's
the
really
hell?
Sad.
I mean, Dark Crystal hurts me the most. I don't care.
One
I need-
season we got that.
And it was magnificent. And they're like, you know what? We're gonna cancel.
I'm almost glad it was
Exactly.
cancelled just so I don't have to hear that noise again.
What,
Because
Mark
it
don't
has
know.
been
Mark
ingrained
Hamill.
in my head.
Should I just like sneak up and whisper it in your ear and just go?
The
Was
problem
it Mark
is,
Hamill or was it Simon Pegg
that
was
was
the
Mark
Chamberlain?
Hamill. Mark Hamill was the no, Mark Hamill made that noise as well because they all did.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. But
But
there
he
was
kept
one of them
making it, and
kept
his
doing
was,
it the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, that
yeah.
was the scientist, which was Mark Hamill.
Mm.
Was it the
think.
scientist that was the most? I thought no, it was the other guy who gets Fudge.
Might have been the Chamberlain.
Google.
Hold on.
It was,
Hold
I
on.
think, the Chamberlain and at least the
Yeah,
original.
Chamberlain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a noise
Yeah,
they
it was
all make when
Chamberlain.
they're thinking, and it's very.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, I've done Dragon Age. Why did I write Dragon Age? I pressed Dark Crystal. What
It's-
the fuck?
Wait, what?
Don't worry.
Are you just
My brain power.
what? Okay.
I
Wait.
wrote Dragon Age for some reason, and I didn't want that. But
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, because they
I
cancelled.
know.
They cancelled a sequel
Yeah.
to Dark
Yeah. Simon
Crystal.
Pegg was the Chamberlain. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. God, there's so many
Yeah.
of them. I forget how many there are. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great though.
But I just remember that being a very terrifying moment of my childhood. Is just seeing them this time, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh, I
Those
don't
weird
like this.
Zombie vultures with
Yeah.
teeth, I think, didn't they have? As well?
And one of them, which one had the replacement eye?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's her face? The amazing thing. Fudge.
Like, I try and
Brain.
remember details, and all
Oh,
like that is the Chamberlain.
Mordra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mordra? Yeah.
No, I'm talking
think it
about.
is. No,
I'm
it isn't.
talking about
No,
the
it isn't.
Skeksis with the fake eye. It might.
Oh, the
that might have
Skeksis
been the
with the fake
scientist.
eye.
Wasn't it the leader
Oh,
of
it
them?
was Olga.
hold on,
I was
just
thinking
having a
about
look.
Olga.
Continue talking. I'm just gonna like read through these very quickly.
Yeah. I'm literally like got the list off of the character names.
So have I. It's one of them has a
Um,
fake eye, and I think it is the scientist.
Hmm.
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
scientist.
because you see how he loses the eye in the actual Age
Yes.
of Resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is this the real reason you were disturbed by bionic eyes? It just
That
reminded
too.
you of Dexter.
Of your childhood
But-
trauma.
a little bit of history here. So on the original Skeksis in the film,
Yeah.
he had a bionic eye. His bionic eye was in fact a TIE fighter toy that they'd taken the wings off. But it gets better, guys, because the
Oh,
man who would
gosh.
go on and voice the scientist is none other than Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill.
It's magnificent. That
He
is
would be the
magnificent.
one with the Star Wars toy, and he would be the
I-
one playing the voice.
It's
As George
magnificent.
Lucas would say, it's like pottery.
Yes.
I'm-
I mean, to be honest, the cast in the Age of Resistance was magnificent. And
I'm
just
reading the Skeksis list,
sad.
and I forget, like, you got Jason Isaacs, Simon Pegg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was in it.
Keegan Michael
One,
Key.
Like,
It's like
Mark Hamill,
the
of course.
oh, you
Dune
got all
cast. It's just
Qualcomm,
everyone.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, like even with the Resistance, you have like, and I really liked
She
Queen's
voices
Gambit.
everything.
Benedict Wong. Awkwafina.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Right.
the cast
Keep
is
forgetting that's-
magnificent.
Ralph Ineson. Andy
had so
Samberg
much-
as well. Andy
There's
Samberg.
one that, did they get
uh,
Andy Serkis in or not?
No, he wasn't involved with it.
Ah,
He should have been.
yeah.
What Andy
Hmm.
Samberg? Yeah, he was. He was
No,
the
Andy
heretic.
Serkis. Gollum.
Oh, sorry. I was like, wait, what?
He should. He genuinely. He should have been.
Hmm.
Oh,
mean,
God.
Oh god, I was gonna say he could for the next season, but well, that's
It
made-
makes the
I've made
thing
myself
even
sad.
sadder.
It's something that should have had a second season, did not. So you have that.
I mean, with how long it took between the film and the series, it's probably going to be revived
Yeah.
in some number of
in
years
30
again.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, make
I feel
us
like the-
sad.
Blade Runner sequels coming out X number of years to match.
Oh, goodness.
Okay,
I don't know how I feel
so
about this.
I have a list of cancelled Netflix shows in front of me. And
Oh, don't.
there's 27 shows that
20
people
freaking
loved and they
seven.
were cancelled. Some ended though.
Hmm.
So Ozark was cancelled apparently. The
Didn't watch it, so I
OA
have-
Lucifer was cancelled, but that was because they did the last season of it.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I mean, I need to watch new episodes of it, but God damn it, I love Lucy. It's amazing.
I need to
I've
start
never watched
watching
a
it.
single episode.
The only time I've seen Lucifer in anything was on the crossover with Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh yes, I love that.
And also that breakaway line of, "You fucking shot me, Daniel."
Yeah, you shot me. Oh, that whole episode alone is fantastic. And
they've cancelled so many like promising series. I'm not okay with this. Was cancelled after one season.
Oh,
and are you okay with this?
I am not okay with this. Atypical cancel after 4 seasons. Apparently, it was actually going to go on for longer, but then they decided to like stop it.
Was BoJack cancelled, or did it just end?
BoJack basically got told they were having their last season, and that was it. They didn't want to carry on.
I thought they were planning to end it on that one anyway.
Yeah.
But then someone said something to the contrary.
Yeah, they were going to, and then they were told, "Oh well, we can do another series." And then when they planned for the other series, they were then told, "No."
Oh.
No.
But there's
in true Netflix fashion.
True Netflix.
And I know this is going to get an eye roll from Glenn.
Go on.
But the Marvel series, all of them that were cancelled.
I'm
going to be 100% truthful. Did not give a shit about Iron Fist being cancelled. It was crap.
Yeah, I got really sad about Iron Fist.
Jessica Jones, I think that should have just been one series, because the first series, David Tennant,
freaking David Tennant
as Kilgrave. Oh, I had to rewatch that series recently.
I mean, this is why I chose Kilgrave as my like OC parent, because dear Lord, David Tennant as Kilgrave. He's scary, man, but god damn it.
David Tennant is a very good actor because he can be very caring and then he can also be terrifying.
Hell yeah.
Was it Bad Samaritan he was in as
Bad Samaritan?
Psychopath.
Yes, and then he recently did Des on ITV, where he played the serial killer. What is his name? Des.
He's going for the darker roles, isn't he?
Well, as he's getting older, there's Criminal. Oh, what is the show called on Netflix? Hold on, I'm just about to. Tennant. He was also in something else, and he's being questioned for a murder. I'm not gonna,
the criminal thing. I know what you're on about.
I'm not going to do any spoilers.
Yeah, I was meant to watch that. I was like, oh, David Tennant, I'm going to watch that.
What is it called?
Isn't it like UK criminal or something?
Oh, he played Dennis Nielsen in Des. So he played the serial killer Dennis Nielsen. Criminal UK. If you get a chance to watch that on Netflix, watch it. He's in the first episode, and my God, that is one of the best roles he's ever done.
He is a good actor. And honestly,
like the premise of the series is that you are sat in a room the entire episode. You're sat in a police questioning. Wow, the word just interrogation room is the one I meant to say.
I know, but I was just so much better.
The entire series.
I didn't want to correct you.
You should have. The entire series is set in a room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that part of it. Like, you're not going to the crime scenes, you're not seeing them collect evidence, so you do not know what evidence they have.
So or what anyone else has said.
Yeah, you are completely blind to it. So
you're literally them cops watching watching that interrogation, aren't you?
Basically, yeah. You are watching that interrogation, really cool. Trying to work out if they did it or not. And most of the ones I sat there and went, they did it. I was wrong.
Damn.
And I was like, wow, okay, I'm really good at this normally. Like, you sit me in a film, within 10 minutes I can work out the entire plot. The Spider-Man trailer that came out did the exact same thing. I called the plot. I was correct.
Superhero films are not known for being difficult to figure out how they're going to go.
It was the details of characters they're bringing in. Like, I was like, they're just going to go, let's grab all these characters and build a certain team. And they have.
Talking
you
about
can be
like
surprised
Marvel,
sometimes.
I mean, like Marvel like series. You know, like WandaVision. I wish they kind. I loved WandaVision, no doubt, but I wish they kind of brought back the old sitcoms, like how they did it, like in WandaVision, because I miss them, and I just kind of miss them kind of programs.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean, it's wholesome, funny, silly gags.
And then just suddenly went absolutely batshit insane.
Yeah, I mean, I like that trend that works on Marvel, but I just kind of miss that kind of programs.
The kind of innocent-ish comedy.
Yeah,
Say
there's nothing like
innocent-ish.
that nowadays.
No,
To be
there's not
honest,
actually.
hardly.
Well, a
It's
lot of
always-
things aren't like how they used to be.
I
and
mean,
that's 'cause
there's no innocence in any TV program for any kids at all, unless you're watching actual proper cartoons.
Well, we've hit
Then-
the point now where you'll find primary school children nervous about terrorism because of the news, where
Exactly.
that just wouldn't have been a thing when we were younger.
No, exactly.
it-
It's just, I
it
feel the
wasn't
poor, I
until-
feel like the kids are like
Well,
learning way
yeah.
too much.
Until a
early.
certain day, then
Yeah.
it's suddenly, I'm not going to say the day because it bums me out. But until a
Everyone
certain
knows.
day, we were all
just-
happy, and I feel that's when an entire generation's childhood stopped.
Yeah, and it's just I feel like kids nowadays they don't have a chance to like
Be
have that
kids.
Be
innocence.
children.
Yeah, and
They
it's
just
sad.
skip all the weird, awkward stages of the
That
process.
is
You
true.
look
There's
and
no
go,
weird
what
awkward stage
kind
either.
of costume was this?
God.
Star Wars
I'm
Doctor Who
sorry,
reject.
look. As a weird teenager, I had to go through the phase of wearing the shitty makeup, the shitty eyeshadows. And now you have like 12, 13-year-olds walking around in like
Yeah,
amazing makeup. Yes, that could be down to skill, but it's like 12-year-olds don't look like 12-year-olds.
It's because you got all like YouTube tutorials and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah. And
I
I'm
literally have
kind
no
of
clue.
like,
Why aren't they
I
spending
feel like a
their
lot of them
teenage
are
years?
missing out.
They should be in the weird bit of YouTube, watching just
Salad fingers.
mind-bending craziness.
Yeah, right. The weird side of YouTube.
Yeah,
That
I
was where we
agree.
were all at. But then again,
Badges.
most of the YouTubers we used to watch are also kind of like pieces of shit now.
Yeah, we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
Moving
we
swiftly
talk about
onwards.
But like, yeah, exactly. It's kind of just, but yeah, I feel like this kid. There's not really any innocent kid programs anymore. I mean, there's one or two like
Well, there are,
Miraculous.
but
Oh
they're
my gosh,
the most
I'm like,
soulless
I like
things
that
for the most part.
program.
What program?
Miraculous. It's like the most cheesiest like
Is that the
superhero in Paris.
Yeah, is that the one with
Yeah.
like Ladybug and is it Cat
Ladybug
Noir?
and Cat Noir.
So I worked in care,
Yeah.
and one of my clients was addicted to that show, and I just remember sitting there for hours watching it, and I cannot stand it now.
I
They're-
don't know. I
They're
just
doing a
like
live
it.
action film of it, apparently.
Oh no. Stop. I mean, My
this-
Little Pony's good. I mean, remakes of it. I mean, the new.
Sammy Brony confirmed.
No. I like the. Oh, right. I just relate to Pinkie Pie a lot, okay? Just.
Oh, you never
Mhm.
know.
Sure.
Okay.
Keep telling
Also-
yourself that.
I am an innocent. I'm an innocent being.
Is this where you low-key come out and admit that you're a furry as well?
No. Oh no.
you sure?
No. Yes, I am very sure. But that just gave me flashbacks to the message I received from someone on TikTok.
Oh no!
Torches and
please don't go over this
pitchchforks
again.
are
We're not going to
Waste
talk about
back in
it though, because it's not
storage.
fair on the person who messaged me.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also don't want to talk
But,
about
like,
it because
yeah.
it's the most like it makes my brain explode.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Speaking
Sammy's a
of brains
brony,
exploding,
Tanya's a weeb. Oh,
Yeah,
do I
I-
hear Witcher?
Wow. We did
What is
not
a Witcher?
discuss Meow.
I heard brains exploding and thought Witcher.
Oh yes.
does a
that's
brain
definitely
explode?
Witcher.
I know someone does explode,
Oh,
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking of.
but I was thinking
Now-
more down here.
I mean,
We have gone everywhere in
we
this.
just
We've
kind
just
of we
gone
just have fun with it. So
because
we
I
just-
was like saving series. I was going to talk a bit about Lucifer, and then we talked about Lucifer. We did that bit. We spoke about The Witcher a little bit. Season 2, 17th December. Look out for it, guys. It's going to be amazing.
yes.
Did they pay you to say that? That was a
I
proper
wish
full print voice.
I mean,
I
we wish to
really-
be like Witcher.
The-
Like, hey,
It's
help
just
us.
the way it smoothly came out. It was like,
the only time I'm ever professional is when I want Netflix to sponsor me, please.
Oh, and
Yes.
to not cancel your favourite program.
Yeah, please do not cancel my programs anymore. Stop it.
I mean, yes.
look, I
Bring
was
back
disappointed
Altered
with
Carbon.
them. No,
I don't want an
I
anime.
started watching that. I didn't like it.
diet.
I do not want an anime. I want more Altered Carbon. Santa Clarita Diet finished. They finished that series. Altered Carbon
No, they
ended.
cancelled it.
Yeah, but they still.
It wasn't meant to finish.
Yeah, but they
like
still
that.
gave it an ending. It got an ending. Fucking Altered Carbon fucking didn't. It got a.
Not good enough.
Let's leave it on a cliffhanger, and it's going to annoy me. And then they did the anime where I was like, yes, it's going to be a sequel. It's a prequel set 300 years before. Basically, they played with my emotions, and then they
They can still hop back into the future.
They could do.
When they hit 88 miles an hour in this baby.
Hate Back to the Future so much. I have such hatred for those films. For reasons, don't worry, I'm not going into them here. Oh, actually, Netflix things. I love how it became Netflix. We were going to talk about other things. I wanted to talk a little bit about Amazon and Vikings, but we'll continue Netflix.
You can do that in another one. Because, I mean, the topic is still Netflix shows, apparently.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about Good Omens when you mentioned David Tennant.
We will do Amazon another time. Amazon
yes, Netflix today.
Can we just talk about Netflix and their current Resident Evil renaissance?
Yay!
I have no input
happy sounds.
I don't know.
Well, actually, no. Actually, I am mad, right? That freaking series. Claire Redfield treated like a freaking support character. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? Do they not realize how much a badass he is? But no, she's a support character. It was all about Leon and government crap.
Yes, of course it was, because Leon is poster boy. Leon and Chris are the poster boys, and as much as I want to see more Claire and Jill, we're not going to bloody have it, are we?
No.
I want a Claire and Jill team-up film.
Do you know what? I would happily, yes, give me that. I'd be very happy. And I think even the fanboys would be like, yeah,
Chris
Jill,
and Leon
Claire.
Being the ones needed saving.
I mean, that'd be fantastic.
Chris has finally found a boulder he can't punch. And Leon's run out of hair products.
Oh, freaking Leon, man. I mean, I do have a weird love-hate relationship with this character.
I still need to watch the new series Infinite Darkness, is it?
Yes. Oh, it's amazing.
I need to watch it.
It's good. I really enjoyed it, but like,
I mean,
they made Claire look like a freaking pansy. Well, I'm sorry. Like, well, that's a horror. Actually, no. They made her like, oh, help me, and then but it's not.
Help me, Leon S. Kennedy. You're my only hope.
I mean, she's used like a journalist to go try and find the truth, but she always ends up getting tied up or something, or like she ends up hurting her mom.
I just realised this can segue into something just as good. What else?
I feel like I want to talk about something that is coming to Netflix, but not sure when, and that is going to be the new live-action Avatar.
No.
No.
I mean, I'm actually.
They did it once.
Which Avatar?
Avatar Airbender. They did it. They failed.
Look,
I mean, I think the Cowboy Bebop looks quite good though.
Was it as great a flop as the? But what if they just get the same crew that did was it Dragon Ball live action that is anathema to people?
Yeah. I mean, also,
something in me tells me that they could pull this off, and I feel like it would be semi-decent if it's done correctly.
I mean, yeah,
but you get that with all sorts of things, and how often is it done correctly?
But you think the Cowboy Bebop pictures? I'm actually kind of down for this.
Well, I say that
I kind of followed that a little
there
bit.
are some Netflix things that they didn't do it properly at all, but it became its own thing and kind of worked that way. Like the Devilman Crybaby thing, where it seems they completely misunderstood the original manga and everything, but made something fun anyway.
Some things start off like that, and that's what I like, is when things that go really wrong turn out to be really right. It was like District 9 being a Halo movie. Failed as a Halo movie, but was absolutely amazing when they tweaked it all and turned it into what it became. And one of the most famous lines from that film is always in my fucking prawns. Is always in my head.
Or his denial of what is it? Sexual activities with a fucking prawn.
I didn't do that, mate. The
bit that always sticks out for me is when he gets the, like, I don't even know what it's like a telekinesis gun, and he just fires a pig through a building at someone, or like out through a shed.
Forgotten about that. So, quickly back to the Resident Evil thing. What other Resident Evil thing that is going on this year that we're all excited for, or at least two of us are?
Raccoon City!
Welcome to Raccoon City, which has been pushed back to the 3rd of December.
It's actually so pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy with
They pushed it back to the 3rd of December.
What do you mean you pushed it back to the 3rd of December?
If
they're working on it to make sure it's alright,
yeah,
then
it was meant to come out in September, but they've kind of gone, whoops, COVID.
I mean,
we saw what happened to Cyberpunk. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
So, looking at the cast, we've got Kay Scudellaro, Claire Redfield, Avon Yogier as Leon S. Kennedy.
Yes.
Hannah John Carmen as Jill Valentine. Looking forward to that. I am a huge stan of hers. Robbie Amell, Chris Redfield. I can see that.
I mean, that is Chris Redfield.
Tom
right
Hopper.
There.
Tom Hopper. Dickon Stark himself as Albert Wesker.
Yes.
Lily Gow's Ada Wong. See, the only person I could have seen in that cast playing a better Wesker was Neil McDonough, but he's playing William Birkin. Yeah. He's too old for Wesker now, I think.
Yeah, Wesker now, but yeah, I can see that, and I'm very excited to see
Donald Logue. This cast is just making me happy.
I mean, I want to see the outfits and what they're gonna do, so I can like get ready.
Apparently, they're going to be as close to the game as possible.
Good. So that's alright. I still got my red jacket. I mean, but I want to see what. Hopefully, they do some nice little styling changes. I mean, just saying. There's so many versions of Claire Redfield they can do. Hopefully, if it's just a jean and a red jacket, I'm going to be bored.
It will be like cheap as anything for the first film because they're not going to want to.
Yeah, true. Actually, no. Yeah, if they're going to do it like, because if they're doing Welcome to Raccoon City, that means like Leon is going to be stuck in a freaking police outfit or like most of the thing.
Chris is going to run in, punch Boulder, and run out again.
Punch Boulder, run!
I'm never forgiving that ever. Well, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that film. I am really excited for it. Because I got so sick of the other Resident Evil films that came out. I
mean, I kind of enjoyed them ish.
I liked
Depends
them.
On which one.
The first and second one were absolutely
They were kind
amazing.
of terribly bad. In that perfect, almost so bad it's good way.
The first and second one were good. I will give the first
the opening scene was good fun. And then it just goes in.
Which one is the one with the weird kiss scene with Leon and Claire in the underwater crap? I was just like,
Leon and Claire?
Leon and Claire have like a whole kiss scene, like holding to hold your breath underwater, trying to escape one of the umbrella places.
I think I don't remember that, but I think it would have been the 5th.
I think so. It's one of the really
fun ones,
and it's one with the airport.
I forget how many they made.
Yeah, Leon was only in
the
the 5th.
clips I see of the more recent ones, it's like they're trying to just make the most ridiculous thing they can.
I mean, I'm glad how they did the Resident Evil films. Like, they kind of just... It was like their own kind of thing, more, I feel.
The laser corridor and things are the standout scenes, though.
Exactly. I mean, I liked how they kind of just like took it and just like made a whole character and just kind of went into that universe and it just.
You're all going to die down here.
It's so great. I mean, yeah. I mean, there was a lot too many films, but I enjoyed them all.
If you're an action fan and not a horror fan, it is a very good series.
Yeah.
I think because I grew up
being the opposite is why I find them.
I mean, I grew up playing Resident Evil, Silent Hill, games like that, and when
Silent Hill,
when I first saw Resident Evil, it wasn't long after it. When did it come out? It was like 98, wasn't it?
Oh, God knows.
I don't know. Isn't it one where there's like massive gaps in when it released in Japan and in the West?
No, because hold on. So the first Resident Evil was released in 2002. I was 9. My sister had that film on video in 2004. I was 11. The first horror film I ever watched was Resident Evil, and I lasted all the way up until the first scene of a zombie dragging its leg towards, dragging its leg towards you while carrying an axe. and I could not watch
Yeah.
zombie films until I was an adult. The first zombie film I watched after that would have been, I started watching The Walking Dead in 2014. Like,
Walking Dead. I will confess, I haven't really sat and watched The Walking Dead. I mean, I watched the beginning bit in pieces, and then it just got so big and so many series. I just kind of got like, oh, well, never mind about that. I haven't got time to watch all of them, even though it looks good.
The Walking Dead is good, but you've just got to be able to keep up with it.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Lost on how many seasons that was.
Yeah, I mean it's on its final season now, but there's going to be
Wait, it's still going?
Yeah, it's do you know there's 3 spin-offs to Walking Dead at least?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All of them are terrible. The Walking Dead stopped being. That was a show that should have stopped after 5 seasons.
Yeah, truly. I mean, like,
I love Negan. I love the character of Negan. I think he came in season 6 or season 7. Season 6. But they brought him in too late. Like, you'd had the governor, you'd had all these other horrible characters.
Oh, is he the one with the baseball bat with the spikes and the barbed wire? Like, I know you're on about now. It's like, who the fudge is Negan? I'm like, oh, I know who you are.
Little pig, let me in.
Yeah, I mean, I know him.
The
I know
most
who the
memeable person ever. But they brought him in too late, and now they're just dragging. They're like a wounded animal dragging along. And considering they killed off basically the entire original cast, and just kept, I think they've just got 2 of them left now, haven't they?
Oh,
I think
pretty much. Yeah, Carol and Daryl.
Funny, it's those 2 fan favorites. I just don't like getting rid of the rest of your cast, especially when the rest of the cast works so well. Was a bit strange.
But the thing is, Rick wasn't actually killed off. Like, he's still technically in the show. He's just not in the show.
He'll be back next season.
He'll be back.
Last season, it's already started.
He's going to be back. He's going to like appear in the last episode or so.
But it'd be pointless.
Yeah, it would be. But they're just longing it out.
Are you going to go for a dramatic appearance and like heroic sacrifice moment or something?
Most likely, yeah. They're just going to be like, "Oh, hi, Rick's back." Oh no, Rick's gone. There he goes. He's dead. He's dead now. Oh shit. Oh no,
I guess it's better than the kind of thing you get with. Oh man, I was going to say Aliens into Alien 3, but they also did it with Prometheus and Covenant of just deaths off screen.
Yeah.
And maybe showing you a bit of their remains afterwards.
It's a standard trope, is just like kill someone off screen and hope for the best. Because they're doing the Walking Dead film trilogy, which I don't get, which follows Rick Grimes, and they're filming that at the moment. And I just don't get the fact that he gets 3 films to himself, and yet they're still limping on with this shite TV show that was amazing at one point and is now just
so if they just taken him out of the show and they're going to do like parallel, here's what this guy was up to.
Basically, they blew him off a bridge and he got whipped away by some people to save him. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but it has been like 4 years. And that was it. That was it. The last you see is him flying off into the distance.
Yeah, like he's
and everyone thinks he's dead.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
So he's been gone. He's been gone for about 10 years by this point because there was a time jump just afterwards.
Yeah.
So he's been gone for 10 years.
I wouldn't say it's 10 years.
It was 10 years because what's her face? What is the child's name?
Jude.
Judith? That's the one. Judith. She's like 10. She was only a baby when he stopped it.
She was a toddler.
Was she? Yeah, but still, it's almost 10 years. 8 years at most then. We'll give it 8 years.
I'd say it's been about 5.
Fucking pedantic. No, I think it was about 7 years. Hold on. Walking Dead time jump. I've got to go
5 you can round up to 10.
If it works in American elections, it works here.
Oh my god, you can't say that.
It's a 6 to 8 year jump.
Oh.
So it could be either of the two because no one has a calendar apparently anymore.
No
So
one knows what the fucking day is there. Let's be real.
have a watch. Simple.
You're living during a zombie apocalypse.
I'd still keep track of the days. Actually, no, I can't keep track of the days now.
Exactly. So, you know.
What day is it again?
I actually asked myself this yesterday.
No, seriously, what day is it? Is it? It's Thursday. Oh, we could have recorded this tomorrow. I thought it was Friday today.
Wow.
Just proving the point there.
Yep.
Right? And now he wants to go on and say,
I'll find a way. Life will find a way. So, yeah, basically, some shows need to end, some shows need saving, some shows need bringing back completely. Walking Dead needs to die. Grey's Anatomy needs to die. What else needs to die?
The Simpsons years ago.
Yes, Simpsons needs to die.
I still like The Simpsons. Not as much
Family
now.
Guy needs to die.
Yes.
Someone mentioned it the other day and said that they're making more and more jokes about how it should have ended and are almost just taking the piss out of the studio for keeping it.
That's because they want to end and do other things.
Exactly, but
they can't because they're still contractually obliged to do the series until they're cancelled.
I mean, didn't they?
But it's been cancelled like 5 times already.
Yeah.
They keep making the same program but with slight tweaks, like the images comparing Family Guy and I don't even remember what the other ones they've done are.
American
but it's
Dad.
Yeah,
Cleveland Show.
Things.
Yeah, but now is it the same people who's also now made that show, The Prince? It's about like the royal family, and it's just like Prince George just ripping into everyone.
Yeah, isn't he meant to? He's basically the Stewie character.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's also made by the same people. I'm not 100%
Oh, it's HBO
sure,
Max made that one.
Okay. Because I was about to say they're quite similar. The shows are at least. So
Orlando Bloom plays Prince Harry. What? Ewan Rheon as Prince William, Sophie Turner as Princess Charlotte, and Dan Stevens as Prince Charles and Prince Philip.
We're talking about The Crown.
Well, he's only going to have one role left in the next season, isn't he?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like I was part of the British population that was mourning the death of Prince Philip.
To be honest, I'm not a royalist.
No.
The stories from people that met him that were coming out after, though, were just hilarious.
Yeah, they were quite.
The things that he talked about to them, or done.
Some of the most randomest things, though, as well. That's just.
Yeah.
It was a weird one. But still.
He was a very interesting man.
That is such a diplomatic way of speaking. It was interesting, man.
He was an interesting
man. Yeah, anyway, before I get off into a tangent about that as well, do we want to talk about our last thing on there?
I think.
Or shall we?
Nah.
I think we should leave this one.
I think.
Yeah, I'm feeling we can save that for another episode where we talk about.
We were mostly focusing on Netflix and then started to branch into other things, and it just felt more and more like losing track.
Well, it's kind of nice going off onto tangents sometimes.
And this whole thing, I think we want to do some time.
Yeah, especially the last 3 words in that line. Those last 3 lines.
I'm not gonna lie, this podcast still could have been broken down into 2 episodes.
It could be. It could very much be, but it's more fun doing it in one while we're all sort of like mentally engaged with it. Because if I try, okay, so we did a fucking podcast 2 weeks ago, and I've been trying to get everyone to fucking sit down since then. It's
not been my fault. Okay,
3 days.
My internet.
And your internet's now fixed, but it's 3 days before this podcast, 2 days technically before this podcast goes out, and I finally got everyone together to sit down and talk.
You could just make it a monthly thing that it releases.
I'm not doing a monthly thing. I need more schedule in my life than a monthly thing. I'm trying to get back into scheduling.
Show what's really nice. Milky bars are gorgeous.
When we're not currently.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
I had
fun.
to get some snacks for the podcast because I was getting hungry.
I mean, we're just about to wrap up, I believe.
Yes.
Does anyone have anything else they want to talk about?
Well.
Oh, this is Sammy. She's always got something to talk about.
Whether or not it even includes words is a mystery, though.
I'm hoping
Netflix watching these snacks, right? Snacks are important. So just saying.
I have a fly in my drink. Oh, that's
extra
not
protein.
That's not fly. I mean, I'm going to drink it anyway. It's fine. Crunchy.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Why would you drink crunchy?
It had a fly in it. I'm joking. I got the fly out first.
Like I just said, disgusting.
Disgusting. I'm hoping for the next podcast, which will be in about 2 weeks, preferably. I will try and get Harry on because I know Harry wants to talk about Destiny and various other games. So we shall see about that, especially when now that we're celebrating the fact that Splitgate is no longer in beta. Happiness, and neither is everything else because everything's come out of beta at once, which has kind of thrown me because now I've got to go through loads of games. But anyway,
before we digress too much further,
let's
sign off time.
It is. So I believe that's all we have time for this episode. But please feel free to use the links on the link tree below. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And on TikTok. I will be adding more TikToks over the next week or so. We hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, if you're watching this over on YouTube, to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. From myself and my co-host...
right in the face.
Punch it in the face! So from myself and my co-hosts, thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon. And always remember, it's always Sammy's fault.
It's always Sammy's fault.
What did you do this time?
I don't know. It's always. I don't
she
know
went and got snacks. Is no one else going to say goodbye? No one else going to say goodbye to me? Bye.
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 What?
What?